Thank you for joining us here on Northfield Live this evening on a Friday night. We've got the varsity coming up for you in just a couple of minutes. It'll be Northfield, the Raiders, taking on Rochester Century John Marshall in a conference matchup this evening. That should be about 7:25 puck drop. We'll take a short break, and we'll come back with Gordon Moore and Jimmy LaRue on NorthfieldLive.com.
Is your money safe, secure, and growing? Hi, I'm Stephanie from Merchants Bank, and together, let's build your savings strategy. Maybe you'd like to have a rainy day fund, save for your child's future, or create a long-term savings plan. Or maybe you're just not sure where to start. As your trusted banker, we believe in helping you find the right solution, not just any solution, to make reaching your financial goals easier. Call us or stop in at Merchants Bank. Let's build a plan to reach your dreams together.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
An ice dam is a ridge of ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining off the roof. The water that backs up behind the dam can leak into a home and cause damage to walls, ceilings, insulation, and other areas. This is Beth with Service Master by Hyatt. We can work with your insurance company to restore your property from damages caused by ice dams. Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Hyatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Get your vehicle ready for whatever Minnesota weather throws at you next. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our number one goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you your keys back. Go Raiders from all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And find us at valleyautohouse.net.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Northfield Ice Arena. It is Jimmy LaRue with Gordon Moore, Joey Hudson, and Lance Reister this evening as the Northfield Raiders take on the Rochester Century John Marshall Cougars, I believe.
I think they're the Panthers.
Panthers, okay. Panthers, Cougars, Lions.
Panthers/Rockets.
Right. Special hello to all of our fans watching from Sioux Falls this evening, tuning in for us tonight. And down in Knoxville, Tennessee, we welcome you to NorthfieldLive.com. We're also broadcasting live right here on 95.1 The One KYMN and AM 1080. We're hoping that we don't have any technical difficulties this evening. Earlier this morning on the radio station, we did have some tower and transmitter problems. We hope we got it fixed, and we hope you'll be able to tune in to this evening's matchup. It is, of course, the 16-3-1 John Marshall Century, and taking on the 15-2-2 Northfield Raiders. They got a couple of nice wins this week again as well.
Yeah, Jimmy, I think this will be a real test for Northfield tonight. These two teams met earlier this season. Northfield got a 4-3 win down in Rochester. And folks need to remember, this is a Class A, AA team that merged with another AA team. And they've got depth, they've got skaters, they've got kids that can put it in the net. They've lost one conference game and one tie, so they're right behind Northfield. So really, for the conference purposes, their opportunity is tonight to beat Northfield.
You just need it for this stuff, right?
And I think regarding tonight, if you look at the Rochester Century lineup, you'll see depth, you'll see kids that have skating ability to put the puck in the net, and an excellent goaltender. And, I grew up in Rochester in the 70s, and John Marshall was the preeminent program in southern Minnesota for many years. They've fallen on some hard times with numbers. I think demographics caught up to them. But right now, they merged with Rochester Century, and they've got quite a deep lineup. And they're right now looking at a second seed in Class AA in Section 1. So, Jimmy, you know that they can skate with Northfield. They showed that already. And so this game is going to come down to the sort of little things that, win big games. And I think a really good tune-up looking ahead at sections.
Well, last year, Northfield, had to compete against these guys. So, just because Northfield went down a class doesn't. They're used to skating against each other. So
absolutely, they sure are.
I that from a Northfield standpoint, they're Coach Luckcraft is just like Coach Paige Haley. They are not afraid to take on a challenge.
No. The schedule that Coach Luckcraft put together tells me that he knows this is a team that can compete at the state level. They've already played Cathedral, Monticello, and Orono. They've got Delano coming up on their sheet, as well as one of the Lakeville schools, I think Lakeville North. And so, they're not afraid. AA teams are not afraid of state caliber teams, and it shows. The Raiders are 15-2-2 overall, 11-0-0 in the Big Nine Conference, in first place with 30 points. So this is a game that's got significant meaning for conference placement and also potentially some section placement too, with Northfield right now being the odds-on favorite for the number 1 seed in Section 1A. So these kids know each other. They've played against each other for years in youth hockey, and I look for this to be a very competitive game.
We've had the opportunity to talk to both coaches here this evening. We'll be coming up with that with the pregame coaches interviews coming up a little bit later. But like you said, the Raiders have 30 points right now, so another victory of it. They still got games to play. So
yeah, they do. They have to play Owatonna once more, I believe.
You got Owatonna, you got Mayo in there, and so you still got some matchups here. Personally, if they get the victory tonight, I don't see how they could possibly lose the conference.
Yeah, Mayo's had a tough season. They're kind of on the bottom of the conference this year after being a really good team for the past few years. So, yeah, tonight and maybe the Owatonna game are going to be the deciders.
Well, it'll be a good showdown here this evening, and that they are wrapping up their pregame warm-ups here. So I think we'll step away for just a second here. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, and maybe we'll talk to some of our coaches here this evening. You are, of course, listening to Raider Hockey on KYMN 95.1 to 1 and AM 1080. You're streaming live right here on NorthfieldLive.com. We'll be right back.
Is your money safe, secure, and growing? Hi, I'm Stephanie from Merchants Bank, and together, let's build your savings strategy. Maybe you'd like to have a rainy day fund, save for your child's future, or create a long-term savings plan. Or maybe you're just not sure where to start. As your trusted banker, we believe in helping you find the right solution, not just any solution, to make reaching your financial goals easier. Call us or stop in at Merchants Bank. Let's build a plan to reach your dreams together.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Softball is on deck. Registration is open for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball. Go to northfieldfastpitch.org or click on the registration link on northfieldlive.com. Girls born between September 2008 and 2017 should sign up by March 7th. Girls softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarships are available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information and to register before March 7th.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
For
burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at ServiceMaster by Ayat. Hi, this is Beth Ayat. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, ServiceMaster by Ayat will be there in your time of need.
The van, the yellow van, call ServiceMaster.
KYMN Radio 95.1 has been serving the Northfield area since 1968, delivering local news, weather, and sports every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Whether it's 95.1 FM, AM 1080, or online at kymnradio.net, we'll keep you up to date with the latest happenings and events in Northfield and the surrounding area. And be sure to follow us on social media too. KYMN 95.1, we're all things Northfield.
Starting the home building process is challenging and it can be overwhelming at times. That's why Schmidt Homes has a plethora of 1 to 2 story floor plans to help you get started. Their vast options feature a wide range of square footage, design styles, bedroom, and bathroom count. Their dedicated team will work with you every step of the way to turn your dream home into a reality. When you're ready to start your next project, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Don't wait to start building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
A health savings account from Community Resource Bank can help you save money on medical expenses when used in conjunction with a qualifying high-deductible health plan. And HSA offers the return of a savings account with the convenience of checking, all while earning a competitive interest rate. Stop by one of our locations or visit crb.bank to learn more. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Dry eye symptoms continue to get in the way of enjoying what your world has to offer. Although dry eye can be hard to treat and difficult to manage with over-the-counter eye drops, you're not out of options. River Valley Eye Professionals is very pleased to offer the OptiLight Intense Pulse Light Treatment, the first and only FDA-approved light-based treatment for dry eye. We're the only facility in the area with this technology and expertise to perform this amazing treatment. Find out more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss season.
And we're back here at the Northfield Ice Arena, and we've got a contest coming up here against Rochester Century John Marshall. Used to be crosstown rivals, and now they're buddies and teammates. And
bitter rivals from what I've understood. But you know, in the 70s, there were two public high schools, John Marshall and Mayo, and then Century came around the turn of the century, of course. And one of the things, Jimmy, that's kind of held Rochester back since that incredible state tournament run that John Marshall had the late 70s was dividing high school hockey into 4 high school hockey teams. Obviously, Rochester Lourdes has played in Section 1A for years, and there's always been thought that if you could put together the best players from those 4 teams, you'd have a very strong competitor for state tournament berths. But in Section 1AA, the Lakeville schools have been the nemesis of the Rochester schools for a long time, and maybe this combination here is a way of trying to acknowledge some of that and put some of the work together, because I think last year John Marshall had trouble fielding a JV team. Their numbers were way down.
And they have been recovering a little bit, so they've got some other youth programs coming up that they're trying to revive into their programs, and so we had the opportunity. So Josh Klingfuss came over and from John Marshall, and then of course we've got Matt Erridge, who's the head coach, I believe, of Century.
Yes.
And so again, they combined a few. So I wanted to talk to Matt Erridge before we get going. And our visiting coaches interview is brought to you by Hometown Credit Union, serving 26 counties in southern Minnesota. They have 2 locations in Owatonna, 1 in Faribault and 1 in Northfield. So I even asked Matt Erridge how that all turned out. Let's see what he has to say this evening. One of the co-head coaches, Matt Erridge, with Rochester Century John Marshall. Once crosstown rivals, now you're teammates. Was there any learning curve in there to get that thing going?
Yeah, we needed the summer really to get all the guys on the same page. We ended up only bringing over 7 guys and a goaltender, so with some kids that moved on in different places and the junior gold program starting in Rochester this year, we were able to just make enough room to get those 7-8 guys some playing time on the varsity and the JV level.
Some of them get left behind, or they go join some other programs maybe?
So some of the kids played junior gold, took that option. We have a lot of numbers. I think we ended up having 50 try out. And it was just one of those deals where some kids realized some of the playing time they weren't going to be able to get on a regular basis and made that choice. But the guys that did come over are both playing in both programs, the junior gold, the junior varsity and the varsity program, and they've done a good job.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at your roster right here. You got a lot of skaters out here.
Yeah, we have a full JV team, which is kind of nice. The competition and practice has really motivated guys to improve this year. And most of our guys, we've seen huge jumps in their skill sets. And a lot of the guys have been able to, work hard to play instead of just, in years past, it's been if you're on the team, you get to play. And that's been a pretty motivating for a lot of the guys.
Well, you're not doing too bad. You got 16 wins on the season. You're in second place in the Big Nine, so you're coming in against the leader of the Big Nine, Northfield. They've got a couple losses. I'm sure you know about their front line. So what did you want to tell your guys tonight in order to maybe get some success tonight here?
Well, we know they're going to get chances. That the line of Kaiser, Munson, and Geiger are really good. We've seen them for 3 years. We have a group of seniors that have played them now 3 years in a row. I think they've been fortunate, to beat them once. So I think that's motivating enough for them. But we're going to go at them, and we know they're going to get chances. We've got to try to eliminate, penalties and keep them off the power play because their power play is good. And if we can do that, I think we got a shot to stay in this game.
It seems simple enough, but how difficult can it be?
Well, the big thing is we just got to move our feet. And they're going to be saying the same thing. They don't want to lose to us just as much as we don't want to lose to them. And, I think as we get down to the end of it here, we're all kind of gearing towards playoffs and trying to play our best hockey. And right now we're playing pretty decent, and I think they are too, so it should be a good matchup.
All right, Coach. Well, I appreciate your time, and I wish you the best of luck this evening.
Yep, thanks.
Okay, that's Coach Matt Erridge, and I asked him a question after that little interview. I said, how is it coaching with Klingfuss? And apparently these guys faced off against each other, played hockey against each other for 8 years. They were down at the Mavericks together. They played down there together. When he was in Bemidji, they Klingfuss and them. Klingfuss has been coaching now for 22 years, and both Erridge and Klingfuss, like I say, have known each other forever. And so they know each other. They get along really well. They complement each other on the coaching styles. So they feel like they really got something going.
Yeah, it seems very complimentary. They're wearing the Century uniforms and the colors, but I noticed they're co-head coaches, which I thought is important. It's interesting that Rochester's brought back the Junior Gold program. Obviously, those are for kids who don't make varsity or choose not to try to play varsity for whatever reason. And so, it's going to be a lot more competitive. That scenario that he talked about of kids knowing they're going to be on the team no matter how hard they play or don't play, that really doesn't help a team, because then it's really hard as a coach to, enforce standards and to motivate kids and to hold kids accountable. And with 50 guys, or full roster, 40 I guess you'd probably have, there's going to be a lot of competition.
We'll come back and listen to what Mike Luckcraft has to say about his chances this evening.
Hometown Credit Union is proud to call Northfield and Dundas home. We offer a variety of loan options, checking, savings, and credit card accounts with a focus on financial wellness and member advocacy. You belong at Hometown Credit Union. Learn more at hometowncu.coop.
Head coach Mike Luckcraft joins us for this evening's pregame. And Mike, you got another victory the other night, and congratulations. You guys are still rolling.
Yeah, thanks. Fun game. Guys played hard. A little bit of a slow start. Kind of had bust legs there for maybe the first 5 or 6 minutes, but we got it going, midway through the first and had good control of the puck. Really did a nice job in the offensive and defensive zone of making some plays, maintaining puck possession, and got a nice win. So that was fun.
Well, you got another conference matchup tonight against Rochester Century John Marshall. There's a two-headed monster coaching over there between Erridge and Klingfuss. And they got a pretty good-sized roster. They brought a few players over from the other school, and they're 16-7 on the season. You beat them 4-3 at their house back in November.
Yeah, they've got a nice team. That combination's worked well. And I know they had a nice win over Owatonna on Thursday night, which makes today's game even more important. They only have the one loss to us in the conference, a tie with Owatonna. So it's an important game for our first goal, which is hoping to win the conference. So this would be a big step towards that if we can find a way to win the game.
Do you think tonight's, if you got a victory tonight, would that seal the Big Nine Conference?
Not officially seal it. It puts us in the driver's seat for sure. We've still got good conference games left with Owatonna, with Mayo, with Faribault, but would put us a couple of games up with those teams left. So, every game is different. You got to play them all, and this is a great team, so we'll have to play hard.
Well, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. You got a lot of games ahead of you. Is there anything from a conditioning standpoint that concerns you?
Oh yeah, we looked at this part of the season when the schedule came out. We've gone a little lighter in practice just to try to, keep guys, mentally sharp, but make sure that we're, physically ready to play without overtaxing them. It's a heavy part of the schedule. We have a tough game tonight, tough game Tuesday, tough game Thursday, tough game Saturday. So it's fine. Kids respond well. They're high school kids. They bounce back pretty quickly, but no doubt it was something we looked at in the schedule.
All right. Well, as always, good luck and go Raiders.
Thank you. Appreciate your help.
Mike Ludcraft, head coach of the Northfield Raiders. Tonight's coaches' interview is brought to us by the Hometown Credit Union, a not-for-profit cooperative owned by its members. We'll come back. We'll get our national anthem and our starting lineups right after this.
Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff of Professional Dental Group are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Whether scheduling for an implant, mouthguard, or general visit, we look forward to providing you with the same exceptional care that Professional Dental Group has delivered for over 45 years. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. John Nowak, Dr. Brian Cravey, Dr. Tyler Yonke, and Dr. Mallory Peterson, go Raiders!
Don't let dry eye symptoms continue to get in the way of enjoying what your world has to offer. Although dry eye can be hard to treat and difficult to manage with over-the-counter eye drops, you're not out of options. River Valley Eye Professionals is very pleased to offer the OptiLight Intense Pulse Light Treatment, the first and only FDA-approved light-based treatment for dry eye. We're the only facility in the area with this technology and expertise to perform this amazing treatment. Find out more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
Vehicle ready for whatever Minnesota weather throws at you next. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our #1 goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you your keys back. Go Raiders from all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And find us at valleyautohouse.net.
The other defenseman, number 46, senior Bo Bondi. Right wing, number 4, senior Jonathan Burmeister. Left wing, number 8, senior Bennett Pronk. At center, number 7, senior Aiden Emmerich. And in goal, number 50, junior Kyle Lappy. The co-head coaches are Josh Klingfuss and Matt Airridge. Assistant coaches are Lauren Hedden and Adam Broek. And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Northfield Raiders. In goal, number 1, junior Max Frank. On defense, number 24, senior Cooper Rand. The other defenseman, number 7, senior Ty Frank. Right wing, number 13, junior Will Cashin. Your left wing, number 20, senior Caden Monson. And at center, number 9, sophomore Michael Stewart. The head coach for the Raiders is Mike Leckcraft. The assistant coaches are Scott Cloud and Charlie Cloud. Will you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem?
Starting lineups along with our national anthem is brought to us by Ritchie Eye Clinic. If you're interested in improving your vision, scheduling a free consultation at Ritchie Eye Clinic is a great first step. Thank you to Ritchie Eye Clinic for sponsoring this evening's program, along with all of our fine sponsors who help us bring you Raider hockey on 95.1 The One KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com. We got a matchup and a showdown for the Big Nine right here this evening. Again, Rochester John Marshall Century taking on the Northfield Raiders. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that all night, but maybe we'll just try to say the Panthers. Maybe
Panthers, yeah, that would probably be a good idea. You know, Jimmy, we've talked before about many of the games Northfield's played. Their depth has really paid dividends later in the game. This is a game, however, where the depth is really similar, and so, you know, you heard the coaches talking about what they wanted to get done. Northfield needs to keep doing what it's done in all its wins. They've cycled the puck brilliantly in the offensive end, forechecked hard, and their D-core has really kept pucks away from their goaltenders. And so it'll be small things tonight.
Well, they're facing off at center ice, and there they go. For all of those people listening to the Northfield Raiders on KYMN Radio, Raiders in their white jerseys, maroon breezers, and the gold and maroon striped jerseys. The Panthers in a navy blue and silver. Down the right side goes Kaiser. Kaiser with a shot on goal. Then it goes past. Then he's trying to stuff it right back in, and we're underway and ready to go right here at the Northfield Ice Arena.
Good power move by Will Cash, and I think they've credited Northfield with 3 shots on goal there after the rebound went off the blocker of the goaltender, Lappy, who's a really strong goaltender, but we have a face-off in the end.
So Cam Kaiser just 2 goals away from the 100 mark. He'll be like number 2 at that point. He's the leader of that, has 102 goals on the season. Shot towards the goal, and Lappy with a quick save, and that will wrap that one up. And the last person, the person who has the most goals is 102, and that's held by the current coach of the PWA, Andrew Schofield. He graduated in 2013 for the Raiders. So I know that there's anxious family members up here in the stands that are hoping tonight might be the night that he breaks or ties 100 goals. Puck is controlled by the Panthers in their own end. Ty Frank takes him out, knocks him to the floor. So we'll move this one all the way down into the Northfield end. We're at just about a minute gone by.
They're calling a penalty. I think they're going to get Frank for that interference on the side there.
Yeah, Frank put the lumber to him pretty quick, and then that's going to put him right in a bad situation, if you will. They have a really good power penalty kill.
They do, but that's not a penalty that Coach Luckraft wants to see his team take in the offensive zone.
Especially just to get the game started as well, because you don't want to get down on that either, and that's the last thing you need.
For second mark, number 7, Ty Frank, 2 minutes for interference.
Well, there you have it, right then and there. Panthers try to send it over to the top, so Joslin sends one up and over and in over the glass, and so we'll have to have a face-off again just to the left of the goalie. And it looks like we've got number 1, Mr. Max Frank, in the goalie tonight.
Good active stick by Jake Geiger on that last defensive series, knocking the puck into the bench.
All right. Panthers control it. Shot towards the goal. Puck comes right out front. Frank lets it kind of slide out in front of the crease, and they got him a rebound, and now the net comes all the way over the top.
On top of, Ty was down on the ice, and the net kind of fell on top of him, assisted by, I think, some of the Century players. But it looks like face-off is going to be to Frank's left as they get the net back up. We haven't seen that one this year.
I don't think I've seen that one before. That's.
I mean, it's come off a fair amount, but that came off the stanchion there and fell all the way over. This is showing.
I've been told Max Frank is considered to be a caged animal.
Yeah, caged. The Panthers probably are trying to cage him, but it's going to be a physical game tonight. You can kind of get that sense already. There's some contact that's happened.
Things have really filled up here in the arena. We got a nice full arena here. A lot of good members from Rochester here, along with a lot of faithful Northfield fans. So welcome to this evening's contest. Face-off is controlled by the Raiders off the glass, and they'll fire that one all the way down. There's a nice play right there. That's a nice little breakout right there. Bridger Riley sends it flying.
And they are calling.
They can't call icing. I don't know how they would have called icing. The puck.
Yeah, the Raiders are killing the penalty. The Northfield coaches are asking for an explanation, and the fans are not happy. There's a face-off at center ice, Jimmy. I'm not sure why.
Yeah. Well, they won the face-off. Good for them. Now they're going to send it down to the other end of the ice. I've never seen that happen before. Kaiser will take him into the boards, all in the corner as the Panthers recover in their own zone. And they'll fly it down the ice, and they'll force it all the way up and in and around. Emmerich, their number 1 scorer, with it, drops it in behind for the Panthers. Panthers working it down and then back to the top. Over is Joslin. Now back on top of Joslin. He'll take a shot towards the goal. Kaiser's going to knock it right down, pick it off. He's going to go down that left side a little bit, looking for some help. Little drop pass there, and he just gets railed into the corner there. Looks like that was Munson took it pretty hard down there in the corner, and they'll continue to work back. Now, see, this is the other concern. You got to make sure that there's no retaliation penalties. I thought Munson was going to take advantage of one, but he didn't, so good for them. Way to keep your discipline.
I agree. Munson had that major penalty at the end of the game the other night. You don't like to see that.
No, you don't. And then we got, there is Tom Anello on the ice tonight. So doesn't see a lot of playing time a lot, but he's on the ice tonight. 14:24 to go here, first period. There's a shot right into Frank's breadbasket. We'll get a stoppage of play there. We've got 15 seconds remaining in the power play for Rochester.
Yeah, Panthers moving the puck well on their power play, getting a couple shots on goal here.
Face off to the right of Frank. Rochester will recover. Panthers skate it down. Now they'll bring it back up to the top. Dominello from that left circle. He'll pass it down. Pass in behind the net now. That one's broken up by the defense, and here we go again. Cashin making a break down the left side. He's got to get ahead of one defender, and that's a save by Lappy. And then now the Raiders will recover, and they'll dump it right back in, and Cashin's going to race for it in behind the net. He's trying to get a pass up to the top, can't do it. Now he'll take it down the left-hand side, goes all the way to the other end, and now Rochester. Everyone at full strength right now. Down that right-hand side goes Audie Fevold. And I know that Gordon knows a little bit about the young Fevold.
Yeah, he's a good player. I think he was one of the John Marshall's best players last year. Nice shot on goal there.
puck is up and out and then over the glass. And fan is trying to hold on to it there a little bit. So
yeah, he was offering it up to some of the Century folks here, but it went back on the ice.
Yeah, they only got a couple of pucks here at the ice arena. You got to hold on to what you got.
Yes.
That's that Northfield Hockey Association.
The budget
they can only afford so much.
Right, the budget being what it is.
All right, that is going to be Bondi. Bondi tries to send it up here, pushes it towards the top before the Raiders are able to catch it at neutral ice, and they fire that one all the way back down into the corner. Kennelly getting after it, tries to pass it up. Raiders and Rochester buried in the corner, trying to come away with it. Rochester, little breakout pass, couldn't hold on to it, and that one's going to get dumped right back in by Northfield. Picked up down in that corner by Joslin, but taken right back away from Northfield. Now there's a pass just off the stick of Riley. He'll set it up, fires across that left side. Nice shot, almost beat Lappy down that right shoulder, and now they'll clear that out of the zone. Raiders will hold it back in, right back at the stick they go. Winner's going to get after it down there in the corner. Joslin trying to take control of that puck for Rochester. He'll dump that pass. No, he'll fire it up to the middle. Kaiser back in the contest here at neutral ice, and they'll push that one in. DeWeese trying to keep that puck in as well, down in the corner again. A lot of checking going on here in the opening minutes. 12:19 to go. 5 shots for Northfield, 3 shots for Rochester. We're all tied up 0-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kaiser across the blue line. Now down the right side, he takes a shot. Almost right through the middle, just missed to the left. And now a huge rebound, and it will be down the right hand. Whoa, and a pass across the middle. He took him down. That was Burmeister.
Penalty on Panthers.
Should be Burmeister. He slid right into the goalie and took the goalie out. So it should be some call. They're going to call it. Looks like a back check there.
No, they're going to call against Northfield. I missed that completely. They're sending Ty Frank to the box.
Wow, cross-checking.
So, yeah, apparently that's what precipitated the whatever happened. Maybe they sent incidental contact with the goaltender.
Interesting. Ty Frank now his second penalty of the night, and that's cross-checking there. I thought they were going to get him for hitting him in the crease, hitting the goalie.
Yeah, goalie interference.
Well, 2 minutes again for the Northfield Raiders. Like I said, they've got about an 85% penalty kill, but still. You're 4 minutes. You're playing 4 minutes short-handed here against a good hockey team. That's just a recipe for disaster. Puck fires all the way down. Are they going to call this one icing? I hope not. Cashin will chase after that. He'll go after Joslin down there in the corner, and they'll be picked up there as well by Emmerich. Puck goes to the far boards, and down the right-hand side they go. Burmeister down that right side. He's going to beat in behind there. He's going to get slightly in behind Geiger back there. Ben Geiger, that is. And they got the puck from that right circle. Raiders trying to defend it. They'll fire it all the way back. Riley with a nice lofter all the way down, and that will send that all the way back. And they are able to regroup and get a full, fresh set of legs out here for Northfield with 1:15 to go here in the second power play. And down the left-hand side. I got to get my rights and my lefts down here. And they will fire it again, Northfield, deep into the end of Rochester.
Yeah, Northfield doing a very nice job on this power play. The forecheck is paying off down in the Century end.
Oh, there's a shot across the middle and an opportunity for Jake Geiger. We picked one off right in front of that right slot. Boardman gets put up against the boards here. Tomandello for Rochester will send it all the way to the other side of the ice. And there's a slight whiff and a loss of the puck for a temporary. There's a shot towards the goal with 34 to go. There's a long-range shot right there. Way on top is O'Reilly, one of the guys that does see a little bit of ice time out here for Rochester.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed already is the coach is not afraid to send in the third line and the second penalty kill unit. So he's rolling a full 3 lines, which is good to see.
Got to keep those legs fresh for the entire evening. 10:25 to go in the first. 34 seconds to go here in the power play for Northfield. Emmerich will be booted out of there, and they're going to change it up. They're going to bring Riley in there. And he's going to control the puck, wins the face-off. The Panthers will recover it and then push it down in behind the net for the Panthers to the top of the right circle. There's a shot towards the goal. That one's broken up right again. Catch. Max Frank will face off again. They take a lot of long-range shots.
Yeah, I think Frank's seeing these shots pretty well. To beat a good goaltender, you got to move the puck around, and those long-range shots from the point are unlikely to be successful unless there's a screen or a tip.
Emmerich faces off. Puck comes all the way to the near side. Riley in hot pursuit there. They're going to send that one back around the corner. Kaiser with a check into the boards there. Takes the puck away from the Panthers for a little while. Now they'll take it and they'll continue. Now we're back at full strength here. Kaiser will pick that one up. He's getting pushed around there by Burmeister, and that'll come back to the top to Joslin. Joslin shot again towards the goal, and they're looking for that rebound, and that one came right out in front, and now Kaiser tries to clear it. And he hits him hard. He takes Joslin to the boards hard. I thought they were going to get him for a hand pass there at the beginning because he did send that thing flying out of the zone. They'll continue to play defense. Stick broke up there. There's some checking going on down in the corner as well. Emmerich getting after it. Got a couple of guys still in on the ground, trying to push each other around here a little bit. We're going to have a stoppage of play. I do believe it's just going to be an icing call.
It's an ice, yeah. Cam Kaiser flipped the puck, I think, intending to pass it, and then didn't connect with a Northfield player's stick. So, while the Raiders have weathered the storm with the 2 power plays, but you see the Century has had 6 shots on goal, so that's what the 2 penalties have done so far.
Hyber facing off against Kaiser. Kaiser must have said something that kicked him out of there. Now they're going to face off to the left of Frank. They'll come away with it. Raiders fired across the other side of the ice, looking for a pass to Kennelly over there, making the break. But again, pass just a little too long. Now it'll be Rochester dumping it all the way down into the other end, and they're going to race for it down here. Ty Frank's going to beat him down to the corner. He's laying on top of the ice. That finally comes out in behind him. Laid it like an egg back there. Whiteman tries to clear it out of the zone, and Sutton holds it back in for Rochester. Now Whiteman picks it up again. Looking through neutral ice. He'll skate it up. He'll flip it all the way in the boards. We'll get a big change of the line here. Northfield with the line change coming off the bench. 8:33 to play here, first period. Puck down in the corner for Northfield. Stewart at the top. He'll push that puck all the way back down. Centering pass across the middle. Breaking was Whiteman, but he couldn't get a stick on it. And that's broken up by the goalie as well. So now they'll come away with it. It's going to be Tomanello with that puck for Rochester. Raiders will pick it up in center ice. Down the left side, Munson goes. I thought we were going to get a hooking right there, but they don't. And then Munson hits the ground hard. Back up he comes, and now he's going to go after him again. Again, here we go. See, this is the, see, it's the retaliation. The retaliation penalties are going to get him.
That one's going against Century. They got him for a slash. That's number 11 for Rochester Century, John Marshall.
That's that Donatello, but he 907.
That was a tit for tat situation there. But you're right, Jimmy. The retaliation penalty got called, so the Raiders will be on the power play with 7:53 left in the period.
I need to see down there. All right, he'll face off just to the right of Lappy here.
Minor penalty on the Panthers at 9:07.
They are in the power play, and their power play is about a 40% power play. They do score a lot. That one goes right past Kaiser's skate or stick right there. They'll pick it up from the right-hand side. He's going to take a shot. He's going for that left side of that net. He's trying to get that angle
that
on
upper corner.
7:29 remaining first period, 0-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northfield now on their power play. 1:30 to go. They are dangerous. Kaiser will skate it all the way down around the net and in behind. Now to the far left circle. Moves it over to Ty Frank at the point. Down to the left. Shot. Misses to the right. Comes back out on top for Kaiser. He'll dump it up to Frank. Frank sends it across there to Munson. The old Munson-Kaiser-Geiger deal. Oh, there's a shot. What a breakup right there. Nice block by Fevold to get that out. Oh, and there's a shot across the middle. A good save by Lappy off the pad. Kaiser, shot up and over. And he sends that one.
Yeah, that might have been off the goalie's mask. That was a wicked wrist shot by Cam Kaiser. He loves that right slot area. Before those last 2 shots, I think the coach was like, come on, guys, let's hit the net. Well, those last 2 shots, they did. I mean, the goalie made 2 nice saves.
So, yeah, Kaiser very, very much from that right slot area is dangerous no matter how you look at it, and he is good at sniping some of those corners up there. So, power play still in effect for another 50 seconds for Northfield. They've gotten a couple of good shots there in that power play, a couple off the pad, one off the helmet, and up and over into the net. Now the Raiders will send it up into neutral ice, turnover in neutral ice, and Rochester will just fire it all the way back, and they're burning up the clock here on the power play. Raiders will send it through neutral zone. Down that left side, Winter taken down to the ice. Fans want another penalty, but they're not going to get one. No, puck will go flying all the way down to the left. Ben Geiger and Riley after it down there. Bridger Riley will come away with it. He'll send it up. 14 seconds. One more push all the way to the right side is Geiger to the near boards. He falls down, and now they'll send it all the way up to the glass, and it'll go all the way in behind the net, and Emmerich is getting right after it, so that's going to expire the power play, and the Raiders are going to come away from it down the right side. Stewart down the right side. He's going to get after it. There's another forecheck right into the boards. Getting physical here in the first period. Indeed. Now it's picked up by Clary. He tries to clear it out for Rochester. Can't quite do it. Now they come away with it. Rochester dumps it all the way back in. That's the Hyber. Sends it up. Raiders will pick it off on defense. Fired it all the way through. That one should be a three-line. That one they didn't call. They didn't call that one on.
No, they waved off the icing.
So it'll come all the way into neutral ice, and Rand will pick it up and dump it back to Ty Frank in the Northfield zone. Turnover. Tried to clear it out of the zone and put it right on the stick of Rochester. Now they'll skate it all the way up and in. From the left side. Oh, he saw that one coming. Nice shot there, but Frank definitely... Frank stopped Prank on that one.
Yes. Yeah, Northfield looks a little loose here, Jimmy. There's passes not crisp, not connecting. They need to settle down here and get themselves back in that offensive zone cycle that they do so well.
5 minutes remaining here. First period, 0-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard from the Northfield Ice Arena on KYMN and NorthfieldLive.com. There's a pass across the middle. Frank deflects that, sends it all to the other side. Now another check into the corner for Geiger. Centering pass right out in front. Here's another shot across the middle. Just goes to the right of the cage. And now the Raiders will try to clear it up and up out of the zone. And they do so. Kaiser's going to skate for it. And then he jumps after it. And they got a little talk and trash talk is going on down there. I think just a little bit. Sutton down there for Rochester. Probably chirping in Kaiser's ear a little bit, but Kaiser, of course, he's not afraid to chipe right back. You know?
Oh no, he's often part of that whole thing. I thought that might have been an icing there if the goalie hadn't played that, but it face off to his left.
So 4:36 remaining here, first period. At the circle, comes out. Raiders will recover the face off. It'll go all the way to the far boards, and Pumper will send it down into the corner. Geiger trying to control it, can't come away with it. Munson now. Pumper back down into the corner. Geiger tries to come loose with it, can. Stewart up to the top, now to that circle, turn over there, push it all the way back down into the corner. Picked up by Sutton. Sutton trying to control the puck, tied in tight against the boards. Both Raiders and Rochester getting after it. Raiders are going to come away with it. Geiger takes a shot, and that one's off the pads and deflect over to the near side. Now picked up by Boardman. He tries to push it in. Can't do it. Raiders will try to control it. Rochester sends it all the way down and back in behind. Stewart fighting for it in the corner. Pumper comes away with it. 3:42 remaining in the first period. Pumper loses it off the stick. Turnover in the zone. Rochester will recover in neutral ice, and they're going to push that one all the way up. Feeble is going to take it down the right side. Munson tries to put a little stick to him, and now we've got the puck flying around again. Up and over the glass for a second time. We'll have another face-off deep in the Northfield end.
Very competitive game so far. Teams very evenly matched. Shots on goal 6-7 in favor of Century. Certainly not the kind of game that we've seen here from other teams in the last month.
No, this one is most definitely a highly contested challenge here for Northfield, and Rochester hanging right in there, but like you said, they're AA school as well, so they've got a lot of talent out here. And they'll fire that one all the way across. Look out. There's a check right there. Canelli just set himself up and just got crushed into the boards. Rochester turns it around, goes the other direction. That's broken up by Northfield. Now into the neutral zone. They'll fire that up over the top of the glass. Riley will pick it up in the corner. Tries to send the pass out in the front, and it'll be Kane who pushes it right back in. Northfield deep in their zone. Tries to send it up. Kennelly fires it all the way down. That should not be an icing. Nope. At all, because he was on the other side of the red line there. 2:44 to play, first period. We are at 0-0 tie here from the Heritage Bank scoreboard. Northfield will recover that one. It's going to be picked up by Benjamin. Benjamin poke checked off of there. And that'll be Jocelyn firing it around to the other side of the ice. There's a pass across the middle, making that break. It's Feevold. He's got a shot on goal. There's a good save by Max Frank. Rebound out to the top as Rochester recovers that one. 2:20 to go. A little breakaway shot there for Feevold, and he, of course, stopped by Max Frank. Puck gets dropped to the top. This is a shot up and over, and away it goes, just deflected up into the net. We'll have a stoppage of play and another face-off in the Northfield end. 2:12 to play, first period.
Yeah, Cooper Rand made a valiant effort to get back to get to where Feevold was, but Feevold really moves his legs well, and he had a nice opportunity there for the Panthers. I think avoiding the retaliation is going to be critical here, Jimmy.
I really agree. I mean, they are letting these guys play a little bit here, too, so we'll see how that all goes if they start calling. Geiger will make the break down the right side, looking for a centering pass for a break across the middle. Lappy with a save. Oh, an opportunity for Winter to put one to home, but he just couldn't get a good stick on her. Now it's Kaiser and Winter getting after it. Double team smash board, WWE style here this evening at the hockey arena. Puck tries to clear out. Raiders will hold it in. Geiger holds it in. Down into the corner they go, and that's going to be Prank. Prank will try to push it up and out of the zone. Knocked right back down. Geiger with it. Puck comes loose. Turnover in the neutral zone. Down that left side goes Prank. Drop pass there. Up against the boards and in behind the net. Now it's Pumper. Pumper for Northfield. Tries to clear it. Deflected temporarily. Now they'll fire it across. Out of the zone it comes. Winter will pick it up. Sends it over to the near boards. Kaiser waiting, breaking for the net, and that was a shot for Jake Geiger again. Just couldn't put it on there. So Kaiser just overshot him on the pass there. He was breaking through the crease. 1:06 to play. First period. 0-0. Raiders come away with it in their own zone. Ben Geiger, young Ben Geiger down that left side. He could move that puck pretty well down that left side, riding off the forechecks all the way down to the red line. Fighting for it down deep in the corner. It's Rochester and Northfield. Puck is up against the boards. Finally comes away with it. Geiger does. And there's a couple pushes back and forth right there. That's what we're talking about, that retaliation. That will kill you. Puck comes up through the crease, and Rochester will pick it up, but loses it off the stick. Getting highly physical down here. Now in behind the net. Tries to shoot, and he scores with a wraparound. Unbelievable.
What a goal.
Munson with an unbelievable up off the pipe and in to put the Raiders up 1-0.
Wow, that was a little Kirill Kaprizov angle there. Munson from the basically almost the red line up and over Lappy's right shoulder to make it 1-0 Northfield with 27.9 seconds left in the first period. Jimmy, what a big goal for the Raiders that was.
That was a turn of events there, man.
Yes.
That was just crazy. I mean, I don't even know how he got it up so fast and beat him down the side. I mean,
32 mark. Number 20, Caden Monson. Unassisted goal by Caden Monson at 16:32.
All right, nice job, Caden. Woo, and he just puts the lumber on him, too. He's not afraid. That is another shot and a goal. And bang, 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 just like that. It's 2-0 in favor of Northfield. And, of course, Munson with his 14th goal of the evening. And now another one for Northfield.
That one's going to go to Will Cashin. He's got the puck off the boards and just faked out the defenseman, got Lappy moving and kind of tapped the puck into the other side of the goal with 5 seconds left. So 2 goals in 20 seconds, Jimmy.
Face off and neutralized. 2-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard with 5 seconds to go. Raiders trying to get things going here, and that should wrap up our first period. There's some pushing and shoving, and there's Rand, and there's some running around there. That's Hyen. They've got a couple of guys right there. that are pushing each other around. The refs can run in to jump in between these guys.
Yeah,
and that's going to be the end of it right there. That's number 9, I do believe. That's that Cooper Hedden, and he was pushing Rand around, and now they're having a conversation with Kaiser, who's the captain, and I'm going to tell you, they're just going to tell him flat out, you guys better clean it up.
Kaiser had to be restrained. The referee grabbed him. He was going after number 9, and he's very unhappy with something. We didn't see it. It was kind of in the end of the period, down in the corner there. Something happened.
Well, it wasn't pushing and shoving. So Rand kind of hit the Hedden at the end there. Hedden, of course, hit him back. Rand, what does he do? He retaliates.
Yes.
And then Hedden went after him across kind of the backside of the helmet, and then that's where it got a little bit crazy.
It's amazing. The tenor of this game changed so fast. I mean, frankly, Century had the better of the play for much of the period, but the last minute and a half of the period, you could really see Northfield start to pick it up, and that forecheck went to work, and they got a couple of fortuitous goals, and suddenly 2-0 looks like a much better situation for Northfield.
And a higher mountain to climb for Rochester.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come on back. It's 2-0 from Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're listening to Raider Hockey right here on 95.1 to 1 AM 1080 KYMN and streaming live on none other than NorthfieldLive.com.
Is your money safe, secure, and growing? Hi, I'm Stephanie from Merchants Bank, and together, let's build your savings strategy. Maybe you'd like to have a rainy day fund, save for your child's future, or create a long-term savings plan. Or maybe you're just not sure where to start. As your trusted banker, we believe in helping you find the right solution, not just any solution, to make reaching your financial goals easier. Call us or stop in at Merchants Bank. Let's build a plan to reach your dreams together.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bruss, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Burst pipe or water damage? No problem. Call the experts at Service Master by Ayat. Hi, this is Beth Ayat. Our staff is trained and certified to assist you with any water damage after a burst pipe or leaky water. Locally owned since 1995, Service Master by Ayat will be there in your time of need.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
This ball is crushed. All Major League Baseball spring training camps are in full swing, and that means Northfield Youth Baseball registration is open. Enjoy watching your kids on a baseball field this summer. For those interested in in-house baseball leagues, register them now at NorthfieldYouthBaseball.com. Yes, we know there is still snow on the ground, but for kids who are in grades kindergarten to 3rd grade who'd like to participate in in-house, or 4th to 7th graders interested in Community Rec League, you must register before March 15th to get your child's name on the rosters for a jersey and hat. Visit NorthfieldYouthBaseball.com for more registration information.
Valley Auto House has been offering automotive repair services to Northfield and the surrounding areas since 1926. We carry the most trusted tire brands in the industry, like Bridgestone, Firestone, and Fusion. Our tires are competitively priced so that our local, loyal, and new customers, along with our fleet accounts, can be confident in their purchases. Located on Highway 3 South in Northfield, open from 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Or find us online at valleyautohouse.net.
We know that there is more to a home than the building. There is care and detail in every last nook and cranny of what you call home. That's why Schmidt Homes is the only call you'll ever have to make. Their in-house designer will work with you to get everything the way you want it. Their highly skilled craftsmen and quality materials will ensure the best possible value for your home. When you're ready to start building your home, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Get started building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
And we're back at the Northfield Ice Arena on our hot mics there. And, we were talking about some of that earlier, but we'll start basically with the score. The score is 2-0 in favor of Northfield. And really, I thought we were going into the intermission 0-0, but after those 2 goals, things got a little hairy out here.
Yeah, the whole tenor of the game changed in the last minute. Northfield picked up the pace, scoring from basically the goal line. Caden Munson with this incredible shot over the goalie's right shoulder that I'm not sure he ever saw. Then right after that, the face-off, Northfield went down, and Will Cashin, lovely moving in to make it 2-0. And the physicality is really, really picking up in this game.
As you can see in some of these highlights, that there is some lot of heavy hitting going on into the corner, and at the end of the period, it called for the referees coming in and getting in between a couple players.
Yeah, there were people that had to be restrained from going after each other, and I'm really hopeful that doesn't carry over into the second period, or if it does, that the coaches and the refs get control of that, because Century's been really finishing checks. I mean, they've been very aggressive, lots of, after the whistle sort of stuff. And so I don't know. With 2-0 right now, Northfield's in control of this game, and the way that this game gets ugly is if you got guys in the penalty box. And so I'm sure Coach Luckraft is really going to be imploring his captains to show some leadership here.
So, of course, Cam Kaiser, very emotional player, when his teammate Rand was getting pushed around there after the whistle. He came in, and so he can be an emotional guy. They talk about retaliation penalties. We just can't do that with a 2-0 lead.
No, and the Century was in this game because of 2 Northfield penalties that really leveled the ice, and at one point Century was out shooting the Raiders. But the Century took a retaliation penalty, and it seemed like after that things started to shift a little bit more Northfield's way. But you've got to play smart. You can't let the emotions get the better of you. Obviously, this is a old-fashioned, tough Big Nine hockey game between two teams that know each other well. They know what they're playing for tonight. It's probably the conference championship and all weight, with Century beating Owatonna the other night. And so there's a lot on the line here. And, that 2-0 lead going into the second period is huge. Look for that first 5 minutes to tell us a lot, Jimmy, about in the second period about what's going to be happening.
Well, and of course, Ty Frank was 54 seconds in, gets an interference call right across the middle, and 4 minutes later, he's called for cross-checking across the front. I thought personally it was going to be a penalty against Rochester because they kind of pushed our goalie out of the crease, but it turns out it was Ty Frank maybe generating the energy there.
It might have been. In Ty's defense there, the defensive zone penalty, he was trying to protect his goaltender, and the offensive zone penalty, maybe not such a great idea. But yeah, and defensemen, you're going to see a few defensive zone penalties. That's what they're there to do. I think our D is, for the most part, played pretty well. I thought in the middle of that period, Northfield looked a little loose, frankly. The crispness that we've seen wasn't there. The cycle wasn't quite working. Last 2 minutes, though, things started to look a lot more like they've looked the last few games. Northfield really turned on the Jets and, maybe got a couple of fortuitous bounces, but 2-0, we'll take it.
Absolutely, and of course the Raiders then finally at the end of one, out shooting them 10-7 there in the first period. From your Heritage Bank scoreboard, Raiders on top 2-0. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll get this second period underway. You're listening to Raider Hockey on KYMN and streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Borrowing money is a big deal, and Community Resource Bank is ready to help. When you're buying a car, purchasing a home, or fixing up your existing home, Community Resource Bank has answers for all your loan and mortgage questions. Is an integral part of Northfield, Cannon Falls, and Roseville communities. Community Resource Bank offers online solutions for business, residential, investment, and other lending accounts. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
Hi, this is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Professional Dental Group has delivered the same exceptional care for over 35 years. Whether you are scheduling for a general visit or an emergency appointment, we are excited to see your smile. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. Brian Kraby, Dr. John Nowak, and Dr. Tyler Yonke, go Raiders.
Getting glasses that fit right and look good doesn't have to cost an arm and a leg. At River Valley Eye Professionals, we work with you to provide you with great-looking frames and the best corrective lens options available within a cost range you're comfortable with. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff will make sure your glasses fulfill your unique needs every time. We don't just sell glasses, we shape them to you and your lifestyle. Find out how we can help you see more clearly at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
As the year comes to a close, we begin to reflect on all we've done throughout the year, and we're looking forward to all this new year has to bring. At Northfield Retirement Community, we are proud of the work we've done supporting our residents, staff, family, and friends throughout the year. We'd like to wish everyone a very happy and prosperous new year. Northfield Retirement Community. Innovation, choice, tradition.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
Thinking of buying or selling your home? Don't go at it alone. Did you know there are nearly over 200 steps to the real estate process? 200 things to consider, be aware of, 200 things that could impede your ability to buy or sell or compromise the actual closing day. Alas, have no fear. You can contact one of our local and relentless agents at Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group anytime to answer all of your real estate questions. Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group. We're unstoppable together.
Champion Sports has the best selection of merch for kids and adults alike, with Carlton, St. Olaf, and Raider hats, hoodies, and letter jackets. Champion Sports has it all. Champion Sports even offers custom printing for sports teams and businesses. Champion Sports has a good selection of sporting goods for hockey, baseball, swimming, lacrosse, and pickleball. Champion Sports has great shoe brands like Brooks and Adidas to give you that competitive edge. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram to know when the latest gear is in stock. Gear up like a champion at Champion Sports.
Softball is on deck. Registration is open for Northfield Fast Pitch Softball. Go to northfieldfastpitch.org or click on the registration link on northfieldlive.com. Girls born between September 2008 and 2017 should sign up by March 7th. Girls softball is one of the fastest growing sports for young women. Scholarships are available. Visit northfieldfastpitch.org for more information and to register before March 7th.
And we're just about ready to get things fired up here for round 2 of a heavyweight battle. It is the Northfield Raiders taking on Rochester John Marshall Century, and it's 2-0 in favor of Northfield. And like you were saying, Gordon, let's see what the first 5 minutes bring.
Yeah, round 1 goes to the Raiders, certainly.
All right, there is the opening face-off of our second period from the Northfield Ice Arena. Jimmy LaRue, Gordon Moore, along with Joey Hudson and Howie Reister on camera here this evening. Puck controlled through neutral ice. Raiders will go from the right to the left on your radio dial. Puck goes all the way in behind as, again, the crashing into the net there a little bit for Rochester. There's a shot. Munson with another opportunity. Almost took it past the glove of Lappy there, but that's a nice now. There's a nice breakout pass right here by Rochester. Dump pass from the right circle. Centering pass across the front. Trying to get a backhand on it is Burmeister, and he just couldn't get a stick on it right out in front of that left slot out there, and the Raiders will try to come away with it here. Munson tries to push it out, can't do it. Ty Frank, he'll pick it up. They'll skate in behind the net, and they'll let Rand fire one up to Munson. Munson, he'll decide to pull it back, skate it up, hidden down the right side now. And that's Stewart. He'll head to the bench, so we'll have a line change for Northfield. We've got 15:53 to go here, second period, early seconds of the second period. So far, so good. So far, clean as far as hitting is going on concerns, and we'll see how this goes as it heats up down the line. And there's riding down the boards there. There's a shot opportunity. There's a shot, pushing it, poking it, looking for it, can't find it. Puck comes loose, and that was an opportunity for Kaiser to get his 99th, and you could see he was hungry for it, but he just couldn't beat Lappy, and this one should be an icing call.
That was quite a play by Cam Kaiser. The defenseman for Century attempted to stop him and couldn't do it, and Kaiser came in, walked right in. Lappy held his ground, but that puck was loose in front of the blue paint there, and Kaiser kind of kicked it back. It was a good scoring opportunity.
15:26 to go, second period. Northfield on top, 2-0, and Geiger will face off just to the left of Lappy. He'll control it to the top. They'll fire it towards the net. It'll come off the glass, and it'll come all the way to the left-hand side for Geiger. Geiger will try to fight for it in the corner. Puck comes out. Kaiser picks it up. He'll just fire it back in. And nope, they're going to stay on the ice. They're just firing it back in there, and the Raiders will go after it. Geiger's going to go back there and try to pickpocket the puck out there, see if he can come away with it, see if they can get something going. You got Winter and Geiger down there in the corner fighting for it, along with Sutton for Rochester. There's a shot across. And Adam took a shot at it, flipped it at it, couldn't get it. And there's a shot far to the left of the net for Lappy, and the puck will come clean for Rochester, and Heaton will run down the right-hand side. He's going to take a shot. Off the stick, up and over, off that glove side, that stick glove, and that went right off the gloves and up into the net, so we'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off there for Max Frank.
Yeah, there was a good scoring opportunity for Andrew Winter down there. Unfortunately, he just couldn't make contact with the puck, and it resulted in a break for Century, and our friend number 9, Mr. Hedin, got a nice shot on goal.
So they're going to face off just to the left. Emmerich tries to come away with it. Rochester looking to recover it. It's in the corner. Both teams fighting for it. Rochester holds it in as Northfield tries to clear it, and they'll try to send it up and out. Kennelly down this left side. He'll force it into the zone. Now to the far boards. Rochester, nice pass. Here's a nice exit pass right there, but it's broken up by Pumper. Nice defensive move right there because Burmeister was on his way. Kennelly racing in behind, doesn't see, the defenseman doesn't see him, and Kennelly holds up on the check. So maybe Lookcraft was saying, easy boys, easy, during that first intermission. Picked up there by Benjamin. Benjamin, he'll try to push it forward. Rochester with the puck right out in front of the blue line. Blue paint out there in front of the crease. Can't quite hold it. They'll send it all the way across the other side of the ice, and now it's knocked down in middle ice. Benjamin tries to clear it. Somebody's trying to get a stick on it. No one seems to be able to control it. Finally picked up by Joslin here at the blue line. He's going to try to skate right around Kennelly. Does so. He'll flip that one up. Down into the corner it goes. And Rochester with a big line change here. They got everybody coming off the bench. Raiders trying to hold it down in their own zone. Finally, Munson. Puck goes all the way around to the boards. Into the neutral ice. Picked up there by Benjamin down the right-hand side. He takes a shot. Oh, the rebound comes out in front. Kennelly with an opportunity, but it just gets past him on the rebound. Now it'll be Rochester turning and burning, going the other way. Feeble with it. Comes back again with it. Checked it slightly into the corner as they tube to continue to fight with Munson down in the corner, looking to clear it with Benjamin down there. Munson with a little pushing and shoving again as we started to see things heat up here a little bit. People starting to push and shove once again. 12:56 to go. Puck comes all the way to the top of the blue line for Rochester. Down underneath it goes. Now across to the corner. Feeble with control of it. He is a pretty good hockey player. There's no doubt about that. From the top of the left circle, shot towards the net, and it's right in between the pads. And Feeble, now a little pushing and shoving. Randon Feeble getting after it here with 12:40 to go here in the second.
Yeah, Feeble took a whack at the goaltender after the whistle blew, and our D did not appreciate that. So we're not quite 5 minutes in, but so far I think the Raiders have done a very nice job forechecking, keeping the puck away from their goaltender. See if it can continue.
Shots on goal, 2-2 here, second period. Favorite of Raiders, of course, 12-9 in the contest. They lead this contest 2-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. There's a breakaway pass down the right side. Kaiser dumps it into Geiger. Ooh, and he's trying to slide up in behind him as Joslin picked him off, making a break towards the net. Picked up down into the corner. Now we're going to have a stoppage play and a whistle with 12:19 to go.
Yeah, not 100% sure what that whistle was for, Jimmy, but Century's changing.
Oh, that was music. I thought the scorer's table was going to announce something, but it's just music playing in the background.
Yep, no penalty.
Face off to the right of Lappy in the Rochester end. Dump pass there to Ben Geiger. He'll do a little spin move there, loses the puck for a little while. Kaiser will pick it up. He'll push it all the way in and across. Winner. Back to the right point. Shot towards goal. Way off to the right. Nothing too hard for Lappy to stir up there. Raiders will try to clear that one across the middle. Right across into the crease. Nobody there for Northfield, but they get a breakaway here for Rochester. Nice break up by Kaiser there. Nice defensive move. They're looking for the drop pass there across the crease. Kaiser comes away with it down the right side. Hits the brakes. Comes back. Gets everything set up here a little bit. Rochester clears. Down that left side goes Prank. Prank drop. Shot. Frank with a save. 11:28 to go into the Northfield corner. Sutton tries to push it up. Now it's picked up by Cashin. Cashin on the break on the right-hand side. He'll hit the brakes. Joslin tries to put the hit on him. Just barely misses him right there. No retaliation. Now it's going to be a 3-on-2 coming back the other direction. Finally sliding up is Stewart. Stewart comes in there to cover up for them. Heaton in the corner. Raiders pick it up, try to skate it out. Now they'll send it up and out. Munson looking for a breakaway there. It was Michael Stewart on the break. Couldn't get him. Couldn't hit the pass. Munson again tries to get it up, pushes it up there to Cashin. Cashin trying to return the favor, and that one is broken up temporarily by Rochester. Now it's picked up again here. Munson sends it down in the corner. Stewart down with the puck, down in behind. He's pushed right into the boards. Down on that far side, Stewart, Munson. Just about everybody down there. Hyber's down there. Joslin's down there. They're all down there. Everyone's down there. It seems like everybody in the corner. DeWeese is down there. Everyone's fighting for that puck. Nobody can seem to clear. There's a hit across the top of the head there. Sutton put a little hit on Rand again. So 10:15 to go here. Second period. Score is still 2-0 in favor of Northfield, but Rochester trying to clear their zone, have a hard time doing it, and they finally get it out through neutral ice, but Benjamin gets hit into the boards. Now there's a breakaway there. It would have been offsides, I believe, so the Raiders will recover. Rochester in a full line change there, so Northfield will set things up, and they'll try to set up things near side. Munson, he'll pick it up. He'll just fire it in, and they'll head to the bench. Now they have a line change for Northfield. Turned around the other direction will be Sutton. Sutton will try to clear it. It's picked off almost for a little while, Kennelly there. And now it's picked up, and that's going to be an offsides against Rochester. We'll have the stoppage of play and the face-off at neutral ice with 9:36 to play in the second period.
Nice D by Griffin Kennelly at the blue line there. 4th Century offside, which was somewhat fortunate because I think they had numbers coming in up and down, Jimmy. A very competitive second period so far and no scoring.
Joslin fires it at the net. Frank. Puck gets under. Is it in his glove? It is in his glove. I thought it got under his pad there for a second, but he was waiting to see if they were going to crash the net, and they did, so he held on to the puck, and will face off to his left. 9:30. That, of course, is how many minutes are left in the second period, not what time it is.
Right.
It's puck. The game's still going along at a fairly good pace. We've got several stoppages along the way, but still, puck continues to roll. There's another heavy check back down into the corner as the Raiders try to clear, and here they come again. Rochester picking up the hitting pace here in the second period. Kennelly holds it in as Geiger skates it across into the zone. Back to the top. Ben Geiger. Tries to skate up and around. He'll fire it all the way to the other side of the net. Riley will take a shot. There was a deflection out in front there. Out in front, right out there in front of the crease. The Raiders can't get a stick on it. Rochester's going to turn around and break out, but the breakout pass is just a little bit too far. Now it's picked up again by Collins. He'll fire it all the way down. Riley, Bridger, he'll try to fire it over here. He'll get it over to Ben Geiger, back to Riley. They'll set things up. Tries to forward it through neutral ice, and they do so, but it's picked up by Tominello, and Tominello will try to push it in the Northfield zone, but Northfield comes back with it. They clear the ice. The only one on the ice is Jake Geiger, and they'll have a full line change here. Ben Geiger and Jake Geiger both on the ice together here this evening. Rochester will come away with it. We've got 8:25 to play here in the second period. No one in scores, but the leader is 2-0 Raiders from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Bit of a drop pass there. Tominello, Emmerich, Hayden, all out on the ice. There's a backhand towards the goal. Max Frank with a glove save, and we'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off in the Northfield end.
Yeah, that was dangerous. That's not the guy that you want skating in uncontested to your goaltender. For the Century Panthers, a little backhand there, but Frank had no problem with it. Fortunately,
he held that up. He saw that one all the way. He's done pretty well. There's 11 shots on goal, so we're 12-11 in favor of Northfield. So not a lot. Not like we saw the other night when we saw 61 shots on net. Puck will come clear into the neutral zone. Raiders will pick it up. Munson tries to pick it up. The puck is taken off of it. They're fighting for it in the corner again here. Another pushing, shoving. DeWeese getting after it down here in the corner a little bit. Raiders trying to clear it out of the blue line here. Some hacking and whacking going on here in the near boards. Finally, it is Seward who comes away with it, and he'll push him. He'll take Sutton into the boards briefly, and now it'll be coming loose for Rochester. Right across the crease they go with that one, and that's Tominello as he picks it up, and they'll try to fire it up. Raiders trying to intercept it and keep it in. Can't do it. They push it back to Pumper, and Pumper will send it back into the zone. Picked up by Rochester at the blue line, but it's Munson. Munson with a forearm into the Rochester player there. I thought for sure we might have got an elbow coming there, but there was no call on the play. Picked up by none other than Boardman. Boardman to the near side. 7:09 to go here. Second period. Down into the Northfield zone. Munson tries to clear it in the neutral ice. Tominello, he'll push it up and in. Shot by Munson against the boards. They're going to clear to do a quick re-pump. Pumper into the boards, into the corner, getting after it. Fighting for it is Feevold down in there. Geiger's down in there. And there comes another shot across the board as Collins tries to get a lick in there before they clear the ice. It's picked up there by Bondi, and he'll forward that one all the way up to Joslin down the right side. He'll fire it through. He's going to fire it off that glove again. And way up and over the glass it goes. Good save by Max Frank there at the 6:32 mark, and we'll face off deep in the end again.
Yeah, Frank saw that shot from the point by Joslin real well, but they talk about the dreaded 2-goal lead in hockey sometimes, and I'm sure Coach Luckcraft would love to see the Raiders get that third goal here. Put a little distance between the two teams.
Face off to the left of Frank. He does a lot of, it's amazing. He's had several saves off that blocker tonight so far. as they try to come in from the right side and take it down off of his right-hand shoulder. So he's using that blocker well tonight. Face-off, shot across the middle, broken up there. Benjamin with a nice stick block right there. Now down in the corner for Rochester. They're trying to hold on to the puck. Emmerich fires across the middle, and he just pisses his own player, and they'll take it down the right-hand side. Winner coming in from the left-hand side, coming across the middle. Backhand, and it's up, and it's
Kaiser scores.
Kaiser with the score. It got past him. I don't know how, but that's number 99 for Cam Kaiser at the 11:02 mark.
That was just an amazing move. Open ice move by Cam Kaiser. Took the puck in around and stuck it between Lappy's pad in the goalpost, I think. Lappy didn't think it went in, but the referee saw it. He was pointing right at it. When Lappy got up, the puck was behind him.
Number 99 for number 12 as the Raiders take the lead 3-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. You said, I bet you Luckcraft would like to see that third goal. So I just want to know who you picking for the Super Bowl.
Number 12, Camden Kaiser. The assist went to number 4, Bridger Riley. Kaiser from Riley on your Raider goal.
All right, so we'll have a stoppage of play and a face-off to the left of Lappy. And there wasn't much he could do. I thought Lappy got a hold of it, but it somehow snuck in behind him. And the Raiders will control it at the top. Ben Geiger with a shot across the middle. Deflected, centering pass out front. No, picked up by Rochester. Rochester will take it down the other side of the ice, and Heaton. He'll try to force it up and in, and into the boards they go. Rochester comes away with it near ice. Near side. Down in the corner. They'll skate it down. Raiders will try to clear it. Can't do it. They'll hold it back in. Rochester controlling that puck down on the baseline. Benjamin tries to fire it all the way across and just can't seem to clear the zone. There's a shot on goal. Max Frank with another nice save. Down the ice Heaton goes, but I think he just tripped on there when he was firing away at it. So we'll have a face-off with 5:14 to go deep in the Northfield end as they switch everything up.
Yeah, there was a little conversation behind the net there after that save, but I don't think there was any intent to contact the goaltender. Northfield very opportunistic, Jimmy. Shots on goal 13-13, but Northfield's taking advantage of their chances, and Century really hasn't.
Puck will come all the way into the Rochester zone. They'll try to clear it into neutral ice and down that right side. Get out of the way. Here comes Clary. And that one's broken up by Pumper. Nice defensive move. Munson tries to push the puck up. Clears the zone. Stewart picked up then again by Feevold. Feevold will fire that one all the way back in, and Rochester's going to try to come away with it. You can see they're trying to avoid some of those hits when they can. Raiders trying to clear the ice, clear the zone. Can't do it. Rochester just keeps hammering it back in. Feevold. He is a good hockey player, there's no doubt. Now it's Cashin's turn down that left side. Dump pass right into Rochester. Munson,
Penalty on Northfield.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think they got their sticks chopped up there a little bit, but I think we got Munson heading back to the goal again.
Yeah, Caden's been real physical this second period, and they caught him on that one. That's unfortunate, right in front of the goaltender. But he will go to the box for 2 minutes at the 4:22 mark of the third period. Probably slash.
Okay, so 4:22 to go here. They'll be shorthanded for 2 minutes. Face off to the left of Mr. Frank down in the corner. Doing well. He's got the shutout going so far. And the puck down in the Northfield end. They clear it. Fired all the way down.
It's a big opportunity for Century here to get back in the game. The Raiders really need to be tough on this power play.
They've done really well in the first two penalty kills of the first period. Did a real nice job. Kept Rochester out of the way. There's a shorthander. Oh, and that was a shot and an opportunity for number 100 right there. Wow, that was close. Kaiser just missing that shorthanded opportunity. Puck goes all the way in behind the Northfield net. Rochester trying to control it, pick it up. They're skating hard and heavy on this power play right here. Across the ice, And it was Emmerich saw him breaking down that left slot right there, left the slot, and number 8 Heaton, he was not able to get a stick on it. He was a little frustrated at
that was a great pass from Adam Emmerich to Heaton, and Heaton had an open angle there on Frank and did not get much of it.
So we've got a minute and 12 in the power play for Rochester. From the top of the left circle, Jess loses control of that, and Raiders will try to clear. Can't get it out of the zone. Held in by Ralph. There's a nice defensive play. They do clear the zone with that one. Nice stick poke by Stewart there. They'll have to regroup, and they'll ride it in as Riley takes them off the puck, and now they'll take a shot across the middle. That one's going to go all the way back in behind the net. Rochester right out from that left slot. Now there's blocked defensively out in front. There's another shot up and over the top of the net as Frank was going down, so he missed an opportunity there. Tom Liano with a shot across the backside all the way down over to the other side of the net. And now there comes the Fury here. Feevold with a hit.
Yeah,
and they're going to get an elbow.
Yep, the ref saw it.
Yeah, I figured when they, they're not going to let this stuff happen here tonight now.
Nope, that Feevold goes for 2 minutes with 2:49 left in the third period, Jimmy. So we're going to skate 4-on-4 here for 28 seconds, and then the remainder of the period most of it at least, will be a Raider power play.
Well, they're going to bring the puck all the way back down to the deep side and the just left of the goalie, Lappy, there. So, yeah, we got 4-on-4, 28 seconds in their zone, and Raiders usually do pretty well on 4-on-4 as well. We'll see how they hand up and stack up against Rochester here.
And Ole Feevold, 2 minutes for elbowing.
Picked up by Tom Liano down in that corner, tries to clear the zone, can't do it. Raiders will hold it in down by that right-hand circle. Winner pulls it back, aims towards the net, just fires it in behind, and we are running out of time. Here's Frank, and here comes, who's coming on the ice? Ben Geiger's going to come on the ice. They'll be in the power play now for the next minute and 27 seconds with 2:13 to play in the period. Raiders make a line change. Rochester makes a line change. Everyone is making a line change. And the Raiders down the left side for Winner. Down at that corner. Ridden into the boards. Dumped to the top. Geiger all the way to the far side. Now back to the near side circle. He's looking for a shot possibly from the point. Now from that left side. Now from the point. Riley all the way to the right circle. Down underneath. Centering pass out in front. Nobody out there to grab a hold of it. And that puck goes back in behind as Winter charges him into the boards. We got 46 seconds remaining as the puck is tied up in the far corner. 1:30 remaining here in the second period. Riley from the top. Geiger looking for the shot. Came off his stick just from that left slot. He'll skate it back down there again. And now he'll skate it back up and out of there. I'm not sure if they're just opening it up a little bit here. There's that shot across the middle. I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to go low to high and bring it up. So Ben Geiger at the point. He'll send it down that left slot. Riley with a shot. That one's right in the glove. And we should have a stoppage of play here with 15 seconds to go in the power play.
Yeah, credit Ben Geiger. Boy, that was some nifty skating there. He had two Panthers down on the ice at one point and kept that power play alive. He is very effective as the quarterback of the power play as a freshman. So now Coach gets to put his number one power play unit out for the 15 seconds left in the penalty. Big chance here for the Raiders.
Deep in Rochester end, just to the right of Lappy. Puck will come clear. Rochester trying to clear it on the corner. Down in the corner it is. It's just Kaiser's down there as well, and now they'll skate after it. Geiger getting after it. Little smash in the corner by Clary there. Puck will come loose with 47 seconds remaining. They're back to full strength. Across the middle, Kaiser breaking for the net, but couldn't get a good pass on it. Raiders still trying to hold the puck, and it'll become close there. It'll clear. Heaton will clear it. He'll push that one up to Jocelyn. Jocelyn down the left side. May breaking for the net, and a little push and a shove. I don't know if they're going to call it. They're going to call a penalty on Ty Frank.
Yep, Ty Frank's going to go. He's really disagreeing with the call, but it's not going to matter. It's an interference call against Ty Frank with 27 seconds left in the period, Jimmy. So the Panthers will have a power play that will continue into the third period unless they score.
So they're going to call the penalty on Ty Frank. Not sure if that was...
Yeah, it's interference.
Interference.
Yep.
So, interference at the 16:33 mark. Raiders will be down one man, at least for the last few seconds. Joslin! Oh, what a rebound out in front. An opportunity there. They just missed the opportunity. Joslin took a shot, and Bondi had a tip shot, but just went off the pad of Frank, and he was able to save that one and keep it off at the scoreboard. 7 seconds remaining. Everyone's skating for it. Cashin. Oh, watch your stick there, young man. Munson getting after it, and they're going to call the whistle there. So again, not quite the fireworks as the first period, but starting to heat up there a little bit towards the end of that last minute.
Yeah,
we are going to take a break here. We're going to come back. We'll talk about all this fun stuff. The Raiders on top 3-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 to 1 KYMN and AM 1080, streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Cold weather is here, and that means it's time to stop by and get Witt Brothers Winterization Special. For just $30, you can get your battery, antifreeze, and tires checked. Don't let balding tires cause more slipping and sliding on your way home. Swing by Witt Brothers to get your tires checked and make sure you're ready for the cold by taking advantage of the $30 Winterization Special. For all your automotive maintenance and repair needs, drive to Witt Brothers Service, located at 701 Division Street in downtown Northfield.
The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall. With all of your mailing and printing needs, we can pack it up, ship it out, and get it down the road. Fabricate a sign or a banner. We work hard to know our products. We can find what works for you and set you up with everything you need. The graphic mailbox in the River Park Mall, offering solutions for you.
An ice dam is a ridge of ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining off the roof. The water that backs up behind the dam can leak into a home and cause damage to walls, ceilings, insulation, and other areas. This is Beth with Service Master by Ayat. We can work with your insurance company to restore your property from damages caused by ice dams. Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Ayat today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
The Quarterback Club of Northfield knows just how hard the student athletes work each and every sports season and would like to wish all of the Raiders athletic teams the best of luck this year. After practice is over or before the big game, stop into the Quarterback Club and grab their roasted chicken, tender baby back ribs, or famous broiled burgers. Short on time? Call ahead and they will have it ready for you to carry out. They serve lunch and dinner, so no matter your busy schedule, the Quarterback Club has something for you. Good luck, Raiders, and we'll see you after the game. The Quarterback Club off Highway 3 in Northfield.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bruss, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
Northfield Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. Practice their communication skills by providing play-by-play and color announcing, getting interviews with fellow students or coaches, or writing stories. They can showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media, running cameras for events, or producing a game like the one you're watching now. We also utilize the talents of adults to help mentor and provide a quality experience for the students. If you or someone you know might be interested in growing our coverage, you're welcome to call, text, or email us from the Northfield Live page at any time.
Is your money safe, secure, and growing? Hi, I'm Stephanie from Merchants Bank, and together, let's build your savings strategy. Maybe you'd like to have a rainy day fund, save for your child's future, or create a long-term savings plan. Or maybe you're just not sure where to start. As your trusted banker, we believe in helping you find the right solution, not just any solution, to make reaching your financial goals easier. Call us or stop in at Merchants Bank. Let's build a plan to reach your dreams together.
Hey, welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena. Raiders on top of this one, 3-0, due to a goal by Cam Kaiser, his 99th goal of the season, or of his career.
Yeah, great goal by Camden. Came down the right side, just power move in and stuffed it between Lappy and the post from what I could see. And yeah, really an even period for the most part, but the Raiders taking advantage of opportunities. Century's had a few chances. There was a bouncing puck that went by the goaltender there. Northfield's just frankly cashed in on its opportunities with a 3-0 lead, and really an important period for the Raiders to maintain control of the game.
Emmerich for Rochester had a nice pass from the top of the point down into the left slot there, and Heaton, it was a great pass, and Heaton just couldn't get a stick on it, or just couldn't control it, because Frank was on that right-hand side, and he had the opportunity and just couldn't do it. So they had a couple of periods, a couple opportunities there.
Right.
And there's a couple other just good shots that Max Frank has been on his ball game today.
Yes. Well, if I remember our game against John Marshall last year here, we had a lead, and we let it slip away because of some penalties. And so, you look at a 3-0 lead and you say, boy, that feels kind of comfortable. But, how even this game is right now, I'm sure the coach is telling these Northfield kids they need to keep the foot on the gas pedal here, because the compete level's very high. Century's not going away. And if Northfield doesn't come out and play a strong 10 minutes in the first part of the period there, this game could be tied up or close to it real quickly. So far, though, the Raiders are taking care of business in their own zone. The D's played real well. Rand, Berger Riley, Ashton Pumper, Frank, they've done a nice job of, using their sticks, keeping the pucks away from Frank. And, there's just a difference here. I mean, Northfield has cashed in on opportunities, and Sanctuary just hasn't so far. We saw the physicality pick up. It was pretty clean coming into the second period. We'll see what that looks like in the third period.
Right.
There was a little activity at the end of the second period there that the Century bench was chatting with the refs about when they went off the ice. So we'll have to see how that carries over.
Right. I mean, again, the emotions are high here, and for the most part, they kind of held their own, but again, our beloved Caden Munson down there always plays physical, but I think that's what part of the conversation was, because that was a little bit late on that. When it wasn't late, I mean, he took the puck away, but he kind of used his stick to push the player out of the way, and I think there was a little bit of concern there. So far, so good. Like I said, late in that second period, there was some more intensity again, picking up a little bit, especially on the checks, but not like it was there in that first period.
No, it was the teams came out and played a very clean, I would say, first 10-12 minutes of that period. Things, like you said, got a little dicier late, but fortunately, although the Raiders have had at least 3 penalties, they've been able to really keep the puck away from Frank for the most part on those power play chances for Century.
Yeah, they had 2 penalties here in the second period, 2 in the first. Well, actually, 3 out of the 4 penalties all tie Frank tonight. So, needless to say, they're going to be back. They're going to be coming back in. There was an elbow right at the end of the second period on Rochester, but then Ty Frank got that last one, that interference call at 16:33. So when we come back, they're going to be shorthanded. They'll be in the power play for Rochester.
Yes.
So with that said, at the end of 2 periods, the score is 3-0 in favor of the Northfield Raiders from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it's third period. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1 The One and AM 1080 KYMN, streaming live right here on NorthfieldLive.com.
Savings account from Community Resource Bank can help you save money on medical expenses when used in conjunction with a qualifying high-deductible health plan. And HSA offers the return of a savings account with the convenience of checking, all while earning a competitive interest rate. Stop by one of our locations or visit crb.bank to learn more. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Get your vehicle ready for whatever Minnesota weather throws at you next. Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair shop, collision center, and AAA towing facility. We service all makes and models from full-size diesel trucks to passenger cars. Serving the people of Northfield is our number one goal. We do that by offering quick repairs, fair prices, and efficient communication from the time you walk in the door to when we hand you your keys back. Go Raiders! From all of us at Valley Auto House, located on Highway 3 South in Northfield. Open 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. And find us at valleyautohouse.net.
As the year comes to a close, we begin to reflect on all we've done throughout the year, and we're looking forward to all this new year has to bring. At Northfield Retirement Community, we are proud of the work we've done supporting our residents, staff, family, and friends throughout the year. We'd like to wish everyone a very happy and prosperous new year. Northfield Retirement Community. Innovation, choice, tradition.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center. Do you have HSA dollars that you're looking at wondering, hey, what can I use these on? Did you know you can use HSA, HRA, and other health savings accounts to pay for your LASIK procedure? In addition, if you have a Flex account, you can set aside money in your Flex account for next year to use towards LASIK.
Ritchie Eye Clinic and LASIK Center, Faribault. World-class LASIK, small-town traffic. RitchieEyeClinic.com.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff of Professional Dental Group are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Whether scheduling for an implant, mouthguard, or general visit, we look forward to providing you with the same exceptional care that Professional Dental Group has delivered for over 45 years. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. John Nowak, Dr. Brian Cravey, Dr. Tyler Yonke, and Dr. Mallory Peterson, go Raiders!
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Selling your home is a way to breathe new life into your house, and the process can be made easy with Schmidt Homes. Their team has extensive experience in partial and total home renovations, meaning your home will be completed quickly and to your standards, allowing you to enjoy your newly renovated home with peace of mind. When you're ready to start your next project, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Don't wait to start building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
Quarterback Club of Northfield knows just how hard the student athletes work each and every sports season and would like to wish all of the Raiders athletic teams the best of luck this year. After practice is over or before the big game, stop into the Quarterback Club and grab their roasted chicken, tender baby back ribs, or famous broiled burgers. Short on time? Call ahead and they will have it ready for you to carry out. They serve lunch and dinner, so no matter your busy schedule, the Quarterback Club has something for you. Good luck, Raiders, and we'll see you after the game. The Quarterback Club off Highway 3 in North.
Well, we're back. Third period, just about ready to get under. You can see the players are just coming onto the ice again on the NorthfieldLive.com. And welcome back to the Northfield Ice Arena. Jimmy LaRue and Gordon Moore here on the call this evening. A big 9 matchup here. The Raiders are on top 3-0 so far, but they'll be shorthanded going into the third.
Yeah, they sure will. This is going to be an important minute 33 seconds for the Raiders to get this power play killed off. Jimmy, we're taking a little look at doing some scoreboard watching here at the intermission, and one game of interest to fans. Owatonna and Mankato East are 4-4, game in progress at Owatonna, presumably the third period. Other Big 9 scores of interest, our friends from Faribault, the Falcons, pick up a 3-1 win over Red Wing, and Mankato West lost to Osseo 2-1 today at All Seasons Arena in Mankato. So we'll keep an eye on that Owatonna matchup that has some interest here to both of these teams on the ice, Jimmy, given where the standings are.
Owatonna in third place in the Big 9, and this has everything to do with seeding. So they're tied with Mankato or Rochester Century for that second and third place. So they're tied with 23 points. So a big game for Owatonna. Face off at center ice, and we're underway here at the Northfield Ice Arena. The Raiders on top so far, 3-zip puck in the Northfield zone, down deep. Oh, there's a shot on goal right out in front, and that one gets broken up and over the top. Kaiser with a little bit of a hack and a slack over there in the corner over there. A couple of players having a conversation with each other. Kaiser, like you said, not afraid of emotion there. But
no, that was dangerous, though. I don't think Frank knew where that puck was, but he got a shoulder on it and went up into the netting.
16:45 to go, shorthanded. Rochester on the power play, facing off from the right side. Emmerich out there, facing off. And now we'll have another whistle. We got something going on, a timeout here or something. Official timeout. Now the drop of the puck. And Rochester will control it. Kaiser slips and falls temporarily. He'll get back up on the ice. Now from the top there, Joslin with a shot off the stick of Frank into the near side. Raiders on the penalty kill. To the point to Joslin. He'll send that over here to Hayden. Fires across the middle. Nice pick off by Riley. Joslin with another shot over the top. Frank, shot off the blocker again of Frank, and it goes into the near boards. Tries to clear it and does, and that one's all the way up and out of here. 44 seconds remaining in the power play. Raiders will send in the second unit. Rochester will head to the bench. They'll do a quick line change. Turnover in their own zone. Cashin couldn't get a stick on it. Munson over on the far side. Down the right side they go. They'll push it up through neutralize. Dumps it all the way back and in behind. Little pushing and shoving there in the corner as Clary goes up against Munson down there. There's a shot and a rebound off the pad again of Frank, and that'll come back to the top. Raiders will pick it up, tries to clear the zone, can't do it. Now he'll swat at it again, and he'll head it out. Riley with a falling down swat at the puck to clear the zone, and they finally do, and they send it back the other direction. 3 seconds to go in the power play for Rochester. That will wrap it up. We'll have a full strength onto the ice. Comes Whiteman. Whiteman usually a very physical player as well. We haven't seen him caught up in any type of pushing and shoving here this night so far. Geiger will take it in the Northfield zone, pass it off to the boards all the way on the far side. Raiders going from left to right. Century and the Panthers from right to left on your radio dial. Puck goes down into the corner. Another heavy check into the corner That's going to be Tominello as he is pushing and grinding in the corner. As Geiger just pushes him, then Tominello. And now I'm not sure who's penalty. Who gets the first penalty here? We got another one going, man. We got Whiteman. I just said Whiteman's been pretty clean all night, and now we may have a double penalty here.
Yeah, let's take a look at what happened here after the whistle blew. Yeah, they're digging it. Oh, yeah, it got knocked down, so it's... We got a Century Panther in the penalty box, number 11, Mr. Tominello, who's been physical all night. He's going in, and Whiteman avoided the retaliation penalty there, I think, somehow. So power play for the Raiders with 14:45 and left in the third period.
All right, the 40% power play of the Northfield Raiders have not been successful yet tonight, so we'll see how it turns out.
Number 11, Owen Tominello, 2 minutes for cross-check.
2 minutes for cross-check for Mr. Tominello.
Geiser tries to send the pass across the middle, broken up there by Emmerich. And now they'll try to clear it. Munson will swat it to Cashin at center ice. He's going to push it up to True. Got Jake Geiger across the middle, sends one across the crease all the way to the far side. Munson tries to clear it, holds it in, sends it to Kaiser from the right-hand side. There's a shot off the pad and deflected by Lappy over to the far side. Ty Frank coming away with that puck, dumps it in behind Geiger. That's center ice, and there's a shot in.
Waved it off.
Kaiser with a shot, and that one is good! Cam Kaiser! And the referee and the goalie can't believe it. That's number 100 for Cam Kaiser.
Yeah, Cam Kaiser from his favorite spot on the ice. Lappy got the first puck, and rebound came out. Kaiser knocked it home. I believe they're going to give it to Kaiser. The refs are talking about it right now, center ice.
Should be. It should be the rebound right out in front there. Yep. Goalie, I don't know if the goalie thought he had it stopped at first, and he was waiting for a whistle because he was pretty frustrated about that, but the puck looked like it was stopped for a second, then it got loose and it came out in front, and Kaiser took a whack at it, so they're reviewing it right now. This would be the 100th goal, just 2 off the school record set back in 2013 with several games to go.
Yeah, refs are talking to the Century bench right now, and Ole Fievold as well. There's some debate going on about what just happened. I know the Century, I think, was pleading that there was maybe goaltender interference going on at the time that goal was scored, but it doesn't look like it's going to change things. We'll see what happens here.
Matt Erich, head coach, not happy with the call, whatever it is or whatever it was, but Raiders on top 4-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard, so they're going to take control.
Power play at 3:06, number 12, Camden Kaiser. The assist with the number 11, Jacob Geiger, number 13, Will Cashin. Kaiser from Geiger at Cashin on your Raider power play goal.
Benjamin picks the puck up in the Northfield end. He'll try to clear it. Rochester holds it in. Now on the near side. Desperation time here for Rochester with 13:23 to go. They have not been able to get anything. The shots on goal are even, 17-16 in favor of Northfield, but they have not been able to get past Max Frank tonight. That puck comes clear into the neutral ice. Oh, it's Canelli. Tries to stick, poke it out of there, falls down. Now the Raiders going back the other direction. Whiteman with a little poke check right out in front, going 1-on-3 against the defense. Rochester with the puck with 13 minutes to go, and they're going to slide all the way up to Sutton. Sutton's going to take it all, gets in behind Pumper, tries to get a shot on it, broken up by Munson for the defense there. Rochester will hold it up. Munson gets tripped at the blue line. Centering pass out front, and that one's broken up by Max Frank out in front. Munson tries to push it through neutral ice. He'll do so. Jocelyn will try to push it back all the way through as Burmeister will go down that right-hand side. Again, some pushing and shoving for Rochester, getting a little more physical here in the third period. There's a shot towards the goal. Bondi, rebound out in front, and that one's broken up by Frank. So another couple of quick saves by Max Frank there. Now all of a sudden it's 19-17 in favor of shots on goal for Rochester. So Rochester in somewhat of a desperation mode right now, trying to get something going as the Raiders dump it deep in the Rochester end. They'll try to clear it up and through. He's going to wave it off. He'll say there's no icing. Rochester Rochester heads to the bench. They'll do a quick line change, and the Raiders will take it in behind their net, and they'll be trying to clear the zone as Bondi tries to stay on top of it back there in behind the net. Ryan up to Cash, and there's a nice exit pass right there, and then it misses on the pass there as Munson goes flying past the red line, and Rochester will turn around. Here's another one of those attempts towards the end. Munson with a late shot comes out into neutral ice. Picked up by Rochester, and Jocelyn tries to skate it in. Cashin stick checks it off of there. It'll come to the near side. Rand back to Frank on the other side. Now across the red line. He'll push it all the way up towards the Rochester end and in behind, and it pops right out, and there's a little pushing and shoving again out in front of the, still pushing and shoving. If he quit pushing him into the net, he could get out of the way.
Yeah, the Century defenseman pushed Cam Kaiser into the goalie and then got mad about the fact that Kaiser was with the goalie.
And then as he skated by, the one kid just took a hockey stick and jabbed Kaiser in the stomach as they went past him. So,
some frustration showing on the part of the Century John Marshall Panthers.
Facing off to the right of Lappy in the Rochester end. The Raiders will push it all the way in around the corner. Winter getting a stick hold.
Yeah, that was a penalty.
And they wave that one off. Goes down into the corner. Geiger trying to stave off the defense there as he tries to hold it in. And here's another swat. Ripped his cage off his mask pretty much. So Rochester, like I said, in desperation mode right now, getting a little bit chippy. Kaiser gets taken down. Geiger with a shot, rebound out in front. And the puck comes clear. The net is off. Net is off. Now we got to fight on the ice.
Waved it off. Waved the goal off.
Well, the goal's off. The goal is off. That's not a goal. But now we got two people on the ice. Kaiser, of course, is in there. He came in, slid into the goalie, and then got pushed from behind again and sent into the net. And now we've got two Rochester Marshall guys on the ground, and Kaiser on the ground as well with 10:50 to go here in the second period.
Andrew Winter came in and knocked that puck in, but that was waved off due to what was going on behind the scenes, and refs are trying to sort things out here. That was kind of an ugly couple seconds there on the ice, but everyone's getting up and skating to the bench.
Well, I'm waiting. I'm thinking there's going to be a double penalty here. There's going to be either roughing or fighting or something here before it's all done. Or, if they call it for fighting, they're both off the ice.
Yeah, I would doubt that you're going to see a fighting call. You might see coincidental roughs. We'll see. Refs are talking to the captain for Century right now. And
all right, there you go. He's pointing to Luckdraft right now. He's having a conversation. Maybe they're giving them a warning. I'm not exactly sure. Really, I may be biased, but there was not much Kaiser could do there. He's going to the bench.
Kaiser's going to get a penalty, and I think the question is there a Century player that's going to join him in the box
here? If you're watching on Northfield Live, you can see on our replay here, you can see Kaiser. He's just right out there to the left of the goal. He's just getting shoved right down by about three Century players. Someone just comes in, elbows him right in the back, and puts him right on the ice.
Yeah, it seems like there needs to be there's number 5. Number 5 for Century. Justin Sutton is going to join Camden in the penalty box, and I would assume we've got coincidentals. Yeah, the penalties are not on the board, so I think that's a good exercise of judgment by the officials.
Well, now the question is, are they minors or majors?
I'm guessing minors with the coincidentals.
All right, well, they'll sit in the bench. Will still be 5-on-5. I never really do understand that in hockey. It's like, if you got two guys in the box, go 4-on-4. Let them rip. All right, here we go. We got 2 minutes.
For Northfield, number 12, Camden Kaiser, 2 minutes interference. For the Panthers, number 5, Justin Sutton, 2 minutes for cross-check.
So they got him for 2 minutes for cross-checking.
Yeah, as we were looking at the Northfield Live replay there, you could see the cross-check knocked Kaiser to the ice.
All right, well, Northfield will continue to push the puck down in deep, and then they'll get an icing call right away, and we got 10:03 to play. Of course, we're still 5-on-5 here. Just the Kaiser has to sit, and Sutton has to sit for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, the difference in this period, again, is that opportunism of the Raiders. Century had a power play, didn't cash in, had some nice chances. Raiders got a power play, and they made it stick to make it 4-0.
All right. Facing off will be Clary and Stewart. Raiders will come away with it. Cashin getting double teamed there at the blue line. Stewart takes a shot kind of towards the net. Down deep in the Rochester end. They'll try to clear it. Pumper whiffs on that shot. He was going to take a shot from the top there, or maybe even put a pass on it, but lost that one off his stick. Rochester comes away with it, and they'll push that forward. Clary all the way down the right side as Heaton picks it up. From that right circle, he takes a shot, and 3 players all go down for Northfield. He'll skate up and around, and out in front it comes. Max Frank on the puck on the ground, and they'll have a stoppage of play as his helmet comes off.
Yeah, we've got a goaltender interference penalty on Mr. Feevold for the Panthers, and there's a lot of discussion in front of but the ref pointed at him right away. Frank's helmet came off, and you cannot hit the goaltender like that.
Yeah, you can see on the Northfield Live replay, right here, you can see right as he comes across, and basically his entire body just kind of takes the helmet off of Frank.
Yeah, that's gratuitous. That's got to get called. So the Raiders will be on a 2-minute power play, Jimmy, at the 9:27 mark of the third period here. So we'll see if they can do some more damage.
So they're going to start. It looks like they got their second line out there again on the power play to start the 9:27 mark. Here we go. 4-0 in favor of Northfield from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. They'll try to clear the zone, and they get it out, and Raiders will have to regroup as we got a 2-minute power play going here, and that will fire all the way into the corner. In hot pursuit goes Connelly. Tries to clear the zone for Rochester, but the Raiders keep it in. Stewart keeps it in, and now it's at the top of the key. From that left circle, Geiger skates it down and then pulls it back out. He'll bring it back to the point to Riley. Riley looking to shoot. There's a centering pass across the middle. Pumper looks like had a shot across the middle. Couldn't get a stick on it. Stewart, number 9. And then Riley down in the corner for the Raiders. Now back to the point. All the way to the far left circle. Looking from the point again. Down into the circle. Working the puck around, trying to look for the best shot possible right across the front. And that's Lappy with a save right down there as a slight tip of the puck right there. Couldn't get it. And Stewart knew he had an opportunity but just couldn't capitalize with 1 minute remaining in the power play.
Yeah, key thing for the Raiders here is just to keep play down in the Century end here and keep putting pucks on net. They've had good fortune when they've done it tonight.
Raiders being outshot 20-19 in the contest, but lead it 4-0. Puck goes all the way down into the far boards. Fires it all the way to the near side is Sutton. Sutton and Kaiser both out of the net. Kaiser on the ice looking for number 100. There's a shot broken up by the defense. Frank from the top. There's Caden Munson, as he fires one, and it's broken up again. Another defensive play by Clary, really holding his own right there. That's number 13, Cons. And Cons doing a nice job on defense, and now he'll clear the ice, and they'll bring another player out there. Now here the puck will go all the way towards Lappy, and they're down 5-3 there for a second as the Rochester was trying to get the guys onto the bench and back off the bench to regroup.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Jimmy, some really nice defensive work there by the Century defensive play there. A couple block shots and clearing the zone.
26 seconds remaining here. Third. There's a pass across the middle. And they're going to call it a goal. I believe Kaiser's going to get credit for it. Let's see that replay, because I'm telling you, I think he slid into it. I don't know if he even got a stick on it. But at the 9:11 mark, Kaiser should got his 100th goal and the hat trick.
What a night for Camden Kaiser. That was a sweet goal. I think it was Geiger that came in with the first shot, and rebound went right to Cam Kaiser, who stuffed it in.
Face off at net center ice.
For the Raiders on the power play with his third goal of the night. Number 12, Camden Kaiser. The assist with the number 11, Jacob Geiser. Time of the goal, 9-11. From Geiger on your Raider power play goal.
So here we go. Kaiser with 101. He's one off the pace of the record for the Northfield High School. Like I said, set back in 2013 with 102, held by the current National Hockey Association's professional women's Andrew Schofield, who graduated in 2013. So Kaiser's just one away from tying the high school record. 7:07 to play here. Third period. Raiders in control. The first time they played against each other, it was 4-3. Tonight it is 5-0 on their home ice.
Yeah, things have just gone right tonight for the Raiders. If you look at the shots and goal, you'd say this is an even game. And 5-0, we're a goal away from runtime. Kaiser's been the difference. He's just been a one-man wrecking crew tonight for the Raiders.
Well, the Raiders will control the face-off, and then Rochester will poke it away and send it down into the other end. In behind the net for the Raiders. Back in behind his back is Geiger. He'll fire it all the way up, and they'll force it all the way in. Kennelly will send it into the Rochester end, being ridden off of the puck is Benjamin there. And now it'll go all the way in behind the net. Rochester digging for it, trying to clear the zone. They'll come away with it. That's number 42 to Reese right there, as he pushes the puck all the way up and over to Sutton down in that corner, trying to get one right out in front. Again, I'm sure they don't want to give up the shutout here, and that's Whiteman there struggling to control the puck as he loses it off his stick, and Rochester will now fire it around the corner, but Munson there first, holding on to the puck, holding it up against the board, stalling out for time. Puck will come clear. They'll try to clear it up. Held in by Northfield. Stewart down to Pumper. Pumper fires towards the net right in the glove of Lampy, and he's just going to hold on to it. And we'll have a face-off to the left of the goal with 5:57 to play.
Yeah, Northfield's pretty well in control of this one, Jimmy, with 5:57 left. 5-0. This feels like it's Northfield tonight.
Face-off in that right circle on the left of Lampy there. The Raiders are going to come away with a pass across the middle. Stewart can't get a stick on it. Now Munson skates down into that far corner and over in the circle and back to the top. From the point, looking. He's going to take the shot. He goes up and over the top of Lampy's head and pushed in by Pumper. Pumper avoids the hit. Now it's controlled by Rochester as they try to clear. Northfield holds it in. Yet another one. Munson again from the point, now down to the near corner. Now into the corner it goes. Back to the top. Boardman trying to hold it in. Sends it up. Broken up temporarily by Rochester. Now Munson will take it away. Take it down into that corner. Back up to the top to Boardman. Boardman looking. Shot towards the middle. Misses the goal by 3 feet. The puck goes in behind. Rochester will pick it up. Try to clear the zone. Fires one across the middle. Good outlet pass to Heaton there, but it's broken up by Stewart. Now it's held in. Now it's Munson who picks it up at blue line. He'll take it through. 4:59, just under 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. 1-on-4 for Munson, and he'll just dump it deep, and he'll head to the bench. Now Rochester tries to clear the zone. Ty Frank takes it, pulls it all the way back, and they'll regroup. Rand will come down the right side. Rochester in the middle of his shift. There is a save by Lampy as the Raiders try to take advantage of that line change right there at the end of that shift right there with 4:41 to go, third period.
Yeah, good to see Charlie Becker and Barrett Bradley hit the ice for the Raiders. Fourth line guys that the coach is putting out there, getting them some ice time.
Puck controlled in the corner for Rochester. Firing it across the middle, and he's wide open in behind the net. Trying to go for it. Max Frank with the save, and the puck will come loose, and Ty Frank will come away with it. We got a stoppage to play here. I thought I heard a whistle. It's somebody screaming and yelling in the audience, I guess.
No, there is a whistle.
Looks like, I'm not sure, they're going to call that against Ty Frank, or?
No, I don't think it.
They're just stopping the play. It must have went up and out of the glass or something.
Yeah, it must have gone out of play. It's not a penalty.
4:20 remaining in the third period. Raiders on top, 5-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard, facing off deep in the end of Northfield, and they will come away with it and control it as they push it forward to Bradley. Bradley tries to clear the zone. Rochester dumps it right back in. Northfield, again, in neutral ice, try to clear it. This time they get it loose and they send it all the way down on the other end, and they'll fire it all the way across the boards as they try to slide them in behind there. Is Bradley picked up by Rochester in behind the net, fighting for it, up against the net. Keep fighting for it. That's Becker down in there, so he's getting some more ice time here as the Raiders on top 5-0 here, continuing to fight for it in behind the net. Ours is Northfield. So you've got Bradley and Becker back in there, and there's no call on ice there, and the puck will go all the way down. Now we got a stoppage of play and a delayed call. I'm not sure what we're going to have on that one.
Geiger's going to go.
Maybe. Yeah, what's he got there? Has he got?
Yeah, it's holding, I think, is being called. 3:28. There could have been a penalty called on Jake Geiger back on this end of the ice. The Century fans were reacting to a high hit, and Geiger gets maybe arguably a makeup call a little bit there, but we'll see. 2 minutes penalties and 3:28 left in the game.
So the Raiders shorthanded again. They should be used to this. It's been happening all night. So let's see what we got here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 penalties so far. They've spent 12 minutes in the net.
Little ugly. You know, some of them are. There is such a thing as a good penalty. I'm not sure that counts as a good penalty, frankly. No. When you got a 5-0 lead, you don't need to be doing that.
Nope. Face off to the left of Frank, deep in the Northfield end. Rochester coming away with it on the far boards. It's going to be, what do you got? Sutton at the point. He'll send it over here. And it is Tomanello trying to control the puck down in the corner. Down in the corner they goes. Heaton pushed off the puck, still in behind the net. Tomanello from that left circle. He'll skate it down into the corner, looking for something across the middle. Comes back to the top of Heaton. Sends it all the way across. Breaking. Heaton. Give and go. No go. Max Frank. Take it down. And here we got some pushing and shoving again here as they take Frank to the ground with an excellent save. And we've got 1:21 remaining in the power play for Northfield.
Yeah, you had a Frank protecting a Frank there. The defenseman Frank coming back to protect the goaltender Frank. And the kid from Century came in a little late. That was number 3, Brock Clary with a push.
All right, face off. Oop, and we got to stop. Quick push right there. Maybe a little offsides on that face off. Circle violation, if you will, from the right hash. So, Raiders with the face off just to the right of Frank. Again, 2:48 remaining in the period as they are in control, 5-0 here at the Northfield Ice Arena. Raiders on the penalty kill, trying to keep the shutout alive. There is a pass right across the middle. Cashin breaks it up, and it was an opportunity again. Sat right out in front of that crease. Rochester holds it in, down in that left circle, now back at the point. Joslin looking for a shot. He can't get one. Backhands one over to the far right back corner, and into the corner it goes, now in behind the net. Heaton will pick it up on this left circle. He'll send it back up to the point. Joslin takes the shot. Nope, back down in the corner. Looks for something across the middle. Tries to take the wide angle. Shot, can't do it. Wow, we got more pushing and shoving. Who we got down in there?
We got penalties coming here, Jimmy.
Yeah, Bondi pushing and shoving. Someone's got to go, and it looks like they're going to send the Raiders. Wow. I guess Cashin must have hit him late or something. I don't know, but there's...
Yeah, Cashin's going to go, and I don't think there's a Century player. So, yeah, for 42 seconds, the Century Panthers are going to have a 5-on-3 power play, Jimmy, and that's... I wonder if they're going to use their timeout here. That's a major penalty they've just called on Will Cashin, and
so he's on a 5 minutes, so he's in the box. Yeah, if they score, they can keep scoring.
Yep. If this was the NHL, Mr. Cashin would be going down the tunnel. So yeah, it's going to be hold on here for the last 2 minutes and 10 seconds of the game. We'll have to listen to what the scorer says. There's a lot of conversation going on with the Raider captains about that penalty.
And he went over and talked to Mike Luckcraft, and all the ref said was whatever he said. He acknowledged it. And
yeah, Mike wasn't arguing too much.
No. Yeah. All righty. Face off.
And the Raiders at 14:50. Number 13, Will Cashin, 5 minutes for head contact.
All right. Well, we came in trying to clear the zone there. He must have caught him up, got high, and hit him in the head. So hitting in the head, and that's a 5-minute major. Jake Geiger tries to take away the puck. It's a 5-on-3, and they're trying to make something out of this. 1:41 to go in the contest.
Jake Geiger is on a wrecking crew with Brody Jocelyn for Century there. Wow.
Puck will come loose as Rochester will do a line change, and now they're on top here for just another couple of seconds. They're 5-on-4 now. Raiders still in the penalty kill. That puck goes all the way in behind the net, and they're going to hold that one up. Not sure what the stoppage. Oh, Frank got a hand on it. I thought it went back in behind the board, but it's going to have a face-off, I believe, to the right of Max Frank with 1:20 to go.
Just an outstanding defensive effort there by Jake Geiger on that 5-on-3 power play for those seconds. He really forechecked the puck down there and kept Century away from the net, which is really important. So it's going to be a penalty for the rest of the period, but hopefully they can get this cleared off.
Munson and Clary facing off, and we'll have a circle violation. Jumping in a little too fast. 1:20 remaining, third period. 5-0 in favor of the Northfield Raiders. Being outshot by one. Fievel from the top. From that left circle, he'll take one, deflect it up and over, and now over the top of the net. The net, I thought, came off, but it stays in. They'll hold that in. Rochester, 1:07 to go. Power play throughout the whole thing. There's a centering pass across the middle. Frank with a nice save. Falls on top of it. We got some more pushing and shoving. Trying to get him out of the crease. Oh, there's a late hit. A real late hit. And that's going to be number 5, Justin Sutton. That was a rotten late hit.
Yeah, we're going to have multiple penalties here, Jimmy. That was ugly. Totally unnecessary.
Dan, he came up high with his stick. That's got to be a head hit there, in my opinion. Yeah, we got 1 minute to go.
5's definitely going. We'll see who else joins him.
There's got to be more than one. That was definitely a late hit. Afterwards, send him out. Send him. Shouldn't even be going to the box.
He's claiming that someone was slew-footing him, but no one's listening to him. So, yeah, that will even things up here. It looks like a head contact penalty, too. So it'll be interesting to see if that's a major head contact penalty on number 5, Rochester Century, Justin Sutton. Dirty, unnecessary play, frankly.
Well, you can see it on NorthfieldLive.com without a doubt. You can see it was just a terrible late hit.
Yeah, I mean, he had his stick up above his head, swinging at others' heads. I mean, that was a crazy play. I mean, you can see right there.
Oh, yeah. That's not good.
Well, he didn't get away with it.
16 minutes. Number 5, Justin Sutton, head contact.
All right. Well, we've got 49 seconds remaining in the contest here. Regardless of who's sitting in the penalty box, the Raiders have gotten the best of Rochester and continue to get the best of Rochester. 40 seconds to go. Caught up in Lampy's glove. They'll face off to the left of Lampy. So we are going 4-on-4 here for the remainder of the contest.
Yeah, and coach is putting Barrett Bradley in and Michael Stewart. I think that's a wise choice on his part.
Raiders will control the puck. Taken away by Emmerich. Emmerich now skating hard and fast. I know they're down 5-0, but I know they'd like to score and steal that shutout from Max Frank, who's stopped all 27 shots thus far this evening. Puck comes right out in front of the net, but that was broken up by the defense. Now centered toward the backside, to the near boards here. Raiders are going to try to pick this up, fire it down the other end, and they'll do so. Hayden will pick it up. There will be no call for icing. 13 seconds remaining. Third period. Raiders on top. Jocelyn taking it down the left side. He skates right in through the defense. Takes a shot through the middle. That should be a penalty. And the puck comes loose with 2 seconds left. We're going to have a tripping penalty here with 2.2 to go. And the Raiders will be down shorthanded yet another
It's interesting, Jimmy. Century actually pulled their goaltender, and I think the coach should have done that when they had the power play earlier, but they did pull the goalie, and they got a rush here, and Ben Geiger got his stick between the legs of the Panther with 2.2 seconds left in the game. So hopefully the Raiders can just clear this puck out of here, and
if they score in 2 seconds, they're better than I am. Shot towards the goal. Max Frank's going to get the shutout. And the Raiders will get the win. 5-0 from your Heritage Bank scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll recap. Raiders win as they score yet another point for the Big 9 Conference. You're listening to Raider Hockey at 95.1 The One. KYMN streaming live on NorthfieldLive.com.
Your morning with the KYMN Morning Show. This is Jeff Johnson. Join me each weekday from 6 to 9 a.m. when I talk with local people making news. Rich Larson has the area's most comprehensive and up-to-date newscasts. Weather specialist Bob Matheson will have your forecast. And Tim McNiff joins us for news with a side of sports. Find out what's happening in your community by listening to 95.1 FM, AM 1080, or online at kymnradio.net. KYMN 95 The One.
Northfield Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. This opportunity gives students a chance to get real-life experience and build their writing skills. Working at Northfield Live isn't just about the on-screen coverage. The reports and stories about games, athletes, and coaches are just as important as broadcasting the game itself. If you or someone you know might be interested in learning how to write stories about local high school sports, we encourage you to call, text, or email us at the Northfield Live page anytime. From all of us at Northfield Live, go Raiders!
An ice dam is a ridge of ice that forms at the edge of a roof and prevents melting snow from draining off the roof. The water that backs up behind the dam can leak into a home and cause damage to walls, ceilings, insulation, and other areas. This is Beth with Service Master by Hyatt. We can work with your insurance company to restore your property from damages caused by ice dams. Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Hyatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
And welcome back to our post-game. Our post-game cleanup brought to us, of course, by Service Master by Hyatt. When disaster strikes, demand the yellow van. 5-0 in favor of the, 5-0 in favor of the Northfield Raiders, including the highlight of the night is Cam Kaiser. Not only did he get his 99th, he got his 100th, and he got his 101st.
Big game.
He got a big hat trick, big game for Cam, and he's one away from the record.
Yeah, Cam Kaiser shows up when the Raiders really needed him tonight with a hat trick. This is a big win for the Raiders. This puts Northfield in the driver's seat for the conference. Owatonna tied tonight with Mankato East in overtime down in Owatonna. So Northfield is really in the driver's seat right now with a few games left. But this was a big one, Jimmy, no doubt about it.
So Owatonna with 24 points and Rochester now with 23. So Owatonna moves up one spot, but we get 2. So that helps us even more. So, yes, we're definitely in the driver's seat. We got a couple of games left in the conference, but all we got to do is control.
Yep, they play Mayo, they play Faribault, and there may be one other conference game there, but I think they're in pretty good shape tonight. The Raiders were opportunistic, Jimmy. They took advantage of the chances they had. It was a tough physical game, but Northfield cashed in on power plays, and the Century Panthers did not, and that's the difference. And Frank played a great game and goal for the Raiders.
Yeah, I mean, you look at penalty-wise, you've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 penalties for the Raiders. So that's 8 times 2 is 16. That's a whole period.
Yeah, that's not an ideal situation, although some of those were when things were getting kind of chippy and there was some tick-for-tat sort of stuff going on. But, yeah, they kept a clean sheet for their goaltender despite all that penalty time. And as you pointed out during the broadcast, they had a lot of practice on the penalty kill.
Yeah, it's funny. They had 6 penalties. The last one with that head contact for 5 minutes. Cashin got a head contact for 5 minutes in that third period as well. So there's a lot of late cheap hits in that final period there towards the end, and that first period got really chippy too. Second period was fairly clean, and the Raiders, like I said, they had 1 goal, but they had 2 penalties in that second period, and then they kind of they got 2 goals, but then they had 4 just in the third period alone, and then you can't do that. But they had 6 too, so they were sharing the
love.
The love.
Yeah, it was. This was a very, very physical contest, and obviously players are going to stick up for their teammates, and particularly when people are going after the goaltender. Remember that play where Frank's helmet went flying off? I mean, that was pretty nasty. Frustration started to set in for Century. You could see it. You could see things just weren't clicking. They were playing hard. They had good compete level. They were moving the puck, just weren't finishing it. And Northfield did. And so the Northfield Raiders right now, Jimmy, it looked like the class of the Big Nine Conference based on tonight's performance. So they've got to play Otana again. They've got Faribault. There's work to be done yet. Yep. The season is not over, but this is a very kind of a statement win, frankly, heading into the end of the season.
Well, they're heading up to Lakeville North. In Lakeville on Tuesday, Thursday, Owatonna. They're going to be up there, barn up there at the Steele County. And then Mayo comes into Northfield here on Saturday, February 10th. We're not really sure if we're going to be able to broadcast that one or not. It all depends on what the girls hockey team does, who finished out their season 24-1 the other night. And they'll be heading, they're going to find out their seedings tomorrow. Wednesday night, they'll be the first one, section playoffs right here in the Northfield Ice Arena. We'll get that one at least. And I know for sure we'll be broadcasting that one live here, not only on the radio, but on NorthfieldLive.com as well.
Yeah, so the Mayo game is next Saturday, a week from now, and I guess we'll find out if we're going to be on the air for that one or not. Mayo is not having a great season, but, they're going to come up here and want to spoil Northfield's season too. So Northfield's got to finish strong here. We need to be thinking about getting ready for sections.
Amen. All right, well, that is our wrap-up, our cleanup, brought to you by Service Master by IAD. When a disaster strikes, demand the yellow van. Well, Jimmy LaRue, Gordon Moore, Joey Hudson, and Howie Reister for this evening. We want to thank you for joining us. Raiders win this one 5-0 on your Heritage Bank scoreboard. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next time. You're listening to Raider Hockey on 95.1, the one KYMN and AM 1080, streaming live on Northfield Live.